come.
How is it that Nick ends up invited to this dinner, and what happened?
Well, I just got to go right to the heart of this anti-Semite claim that's happening.
Oh my God!
We're getting right into it, I guess, right? I was hoping to go for the news first before we got into all of this stuff.
If you read the definition, it says you can't claim there's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish, or you're anti-Semitic. Ron Emanuel was right next to Obama, and then Jared Kushner was right next to Trump.
But so
I think the construct of race has really been forced upon us as just something for us to be woke about and just constantly talk about and use it as these like walls.
Couldn't you say the same thing about Judaism?
You know, to come in here, I feel like it's a setup to be like defending. I'm not gonna go through another, like I'm literally gonna walk the F off the show. Walk the F off the show. If I'm sitting up here having a, you know, talk about, you can't say that it was Jewish people that did it when every sensible person knows that. I mean, Jon Stewart knows what happened to me and they took it too far. With the last of my money that's available in a different account, I'm gonna order a PJ before I sit and have another Lex Friedman setup conversation. When I'm literally they're trying to put me in jail for my opinion.
Yeah. I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though? We can't say who they is, can we?
Press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking about.
It is them though, isn't it? I mean,
Shut up. Sweet Davy Jones! What the heck is going on?
Are you leaving?
Are you referring to the press?
He's gone.
Yes, it's done.
Hello. You are about to embark on an adventure into a strange new world, along with your friends and your family. But more importantly, you are about to experience what it is like to be gay. Introducing the first openly gay movie character ever. The first non-binary alien. The first lesbian black woman. The first pansexual spaceship. The first ever trans dog. Hold on to your butts.
Oh my.
No, not you, George. And join us on our fabulous journey into the strange world.
Jeez, is that true? That's delightful. What is that actually happened? Of course it happened. I think this is a reflection of how like just
oh my God,
dark we've become.
Oh my God.
have a right to freedom of speech, even if what they're saying is wrong or offensive?
I think that one human being should not decide how millions of people communicate with each other. One human being should not be able to go into a dark room by himself and decide, oh, that person gets heard from, that person doesn't. That's not how it should work.
One in 1,000.
Do you owe her an apology?
No,
what about the money that
I owe her? She owes the country an apology. What's the percentage? 1 in 1,000?
I don't have the exact numbers.
Tell me, when you have the percentage, tell me what the percentage.
What about the money? Oh, that person gets heard from, that person doesn't. That's not how it should work.
What's up, chat? I'm just trying to figure out how to use this. That was a bad transition. Sorry. Thanks for being here. And if I knew any Indian words, I would be chanting them now, but I don't. I'm actually part Native American myself. I'm actually more. This is interesting. I'm mathematically more in tune with my native heritage than Elizabeth Warren. I think I'm 164th Native American. My grandfather's great grandmother or something was like pure-blooded Algonquin, and so yeah, I'm allowed to make those jokes. You can go. Anyone who disagrees can fuck off. Yeah, I'm gonna invite some people on the show today. I'm just gonna check the chat quick. Hi, Bug. Hi. Some of these people I don't know. Maybe your YouTube names are different than your Twitter names. Hey, Marsupial, what's going on? Yeah. Yep, those are all my my stupid videos that I do. I do all those for the quartering, and I have to censor some of them, so I put like the uncensored versions on my channel, just in case, like you know, I can't have him get banned. Thank you, Graham. I appreciate it. Anyway, yeah. So welcome to my stream. This is the first time I streamed in like, oh my god, 4 months. I streamed with I streamed about Rings of Power, like episode 1, the last time I was on with Mark the Cyborg. Oh, how naive I was. I still like, honestly, I still think that episode 1 and 2 set up some things that they could have done differently. And they weren't horrible. I mean, I think objectively the show like was a perpetual nosedive. That's how I see it. I think you guys would agree with me, but yeah, the dwarf stuff was so good in the beginning. But anyway, I'm going to bring on some guests. Thank you, Sleazy. Uh-oh, I got to turn my phone off. Gonna have a weird... Okay. I'm bringing on somebody named... Well, some of you guys might know this person.
Hi,
Dermy.
Hello.
So Dermy and I are Twitter friends and followers, and I think I met Dermy at...
Friends is too close of a word, you know. Punching bag and punchy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm everyone's punching bag. But yeah, I think I met you at Anime Matsuri, right?
Yes, we did. Actually, we had a nice talk, and yeah, you're nicer in person than you are on Twitter.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah, good point.
I feel like I've seen Razor Fist enough on stream to know how, like, you know, chill it would be to like get a drink with that guy, but he is the most fucking brutal tweeter on the platform. Yeah, no, none of Twitter's not serious. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dermy, good to have you on.
Oh, well,
I'm going to bring on Sketch now. Hello, Sketch.
Hello.
Hi, Solid Redfield. What's going on? Anyway, Sketch, if you want to, I know you just from like basic Twitter interaction, basically, but you wanted to come on. I was looking for people to come on to talk about the topics, and I didn't just want any old, person to come on to talk about a Pokemon game. I kind of wanted people familiar with it, so I brought you guys on. Crow will be here shortly. Crow streams with me on Flashcast, and I think he's coming at some point. But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, Sketch.
Yeah, mostly we just kind of know each other through general like public Twitter interactions, and I guess I bit your ankles enough that you're finally like, all right, I'll let him in. I banged on the door hard enough. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I made one too many meme edits about you during those early Rings of Power days, and I guess it's
my God. Yeah, some of those memes were funny. Some of them hurt my fifis.
I just lived through like a
No, I'm kidding.
moment. It was a
no,
good time.
your memes were hilarious, and Dermy had some funny memes too.
Oh, dude.
I had a decent one here or there.
Yeah.
Like
the Legion. If the Legion is in the chat, that's if you want memes, subscribe to the Legion of Memers, either on Twitter or YouTube. They got some good stuff going on. Is the Legion of Memers like the Illuminati? Like can anyone get in, or is it like a select?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Oh my God!
In Minecraft.
Is that a challenge?
Maybe.
Yeah. No. The Legion's great. They kind of just go around all these different streams and interact with the communities, which I think we should be doing more often. I think all of these different communities on YouTube should be interacting with one another. I just think it's entertaining. I think networking and friendship is a positive thing. So, and humor is like, if you can, come on, we all just want to laugh, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Who doesn't love a good grandstand once in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah,
who doesn't like laughing at Rings of Power and then making fun of Lofty? That's the best part of the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's
someone
actually
just
not
tees
true
it up too well for you. It would be insulting not to meme someone.
Somebody said Sketch makes 10 out of 10 memes.
Oh, thank you. Yes, but I will admit I've been extremely lazy with my own personal work, but a lot of my stuff is around for another channel where you can check some of the other stuff.
Yeah, guys, you guys have YouTube channels. I linked in the description. And I linked your Twitter accounts. I just didn't even ask you. I just did it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Look at Lofty's already trying to be good boy makeup for his Rings of Power chaos.
Yes,
No,
I'm trying to form the Rebel Alliance here, guys. Come on, we have to. It's exactly right, Ward. We have to fight. We have to go on and what's it called? A jihad against the.
Jesus Christ.
I probably should shut up right now.
All right.
Anyway,
We'll see you for the extended cut on Rumble.
I'm talking about Star Wars YouTube. Yeah. So Crow's still not here. Wait, is Crow here? No, he's not here. Let me quick. Jeremy, if you want to introduce yourself, and if you guys want to just plug your channels quick, I'm gonna check if Crow is here. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead then. Hello, chat. I am the superior individual here. My name is Dermy Wormy. I have a channel named Dermy Wormy. I make videos, 2 to 3 videos every day, do live streams, and I've been sick as of late, so this is my first day fully back at it. And yeah, I have a Twitter too. And I'm part of the Legion of Memers, so I don't know what else you want me to say.
That was nice. What?
Nothing.
That was nice. Thanks, Grim. Yeah, I'll be sure to watch that video. Not. Jihad.
I just read it. Admiral Akbar.
Oh my God, poor Alderaan. Anyway, Sketch. So you got a YouTube channel too, right?
Yeah, but just for like my own hobby work, I work full time as a video editor for another YouTube channel at the moment, and that takes up the bulk of my time. So it's like, but kind of like you were saying, Lofty. Like every good memer needs his own uncensored vault.
Yep. Definitely. Well, if you know how to get around the YouTube algorithm, you can be pretty edgy. I don't know if whoever in the chat, you guys probably saw some of those memes in the beginning. They weren't exactly politically correct, but you can get around that pretty easily as long as you're not targeting people. You can make jokes. At least I think Rumble is much better with that kind of stuff. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, somebody said, yeah. So we all saw the Kanye interview.
I have a. We'll get to it.
We'll talk. We'll get to that. Yeah, Jeremy, did you say you make like three videos a day or something like that?
2 to 3 videos a day, except for Sundays. I usually don't put anything out on Sundays because Saturdays are usually really busy.
Yep. Yeah, I do that. I do the same thing except for like my job, but like I would be doing it for fun also, like, and like to grow my channel. But I just happen to have like a job with a YouTuber, and so I guess Sketch you do too, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cool. I will say this: the video editor scene at the moment is kind of booming.
It's kind of taking off.
Yeah, it's booming for sure. If anyone's watching who's even if you're not like an editor or something, it's kind of important to know that maybe friends of yours who are like in school or whatever. If you can put together like a video reel or some sort of art reel or something, you don't have to go to school for anything. I'm talking like creatively speaking. I didn't go to school for video editing, and I work for the Quartering, and he has 1 million followers. And it's like, and I know people, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think PewDiePie's editor even went to school for like video editing. He just taught himself. Dr. Disrespect, I believe his editor is the same situation. And I honestly talked with Logan Paul's editor, and I took a class. I actually took like a Zoom class with him, and I think he said the same thing. So, yeah, I was just gonna say, the YouTube scene and the Twitch, TikTok, all that stuff is like people need video editors. So I'm just putting that out there. One of these days, I'm going to do a stream dedicated to kind of like the community or like the editing community, I guess. And I'll have on some people who work in the industry, and we'll chat about kind of like behind the scenes stuff and like how to get involved. But that's going to be like for another day. The Quartering, we have 3 editors now. So I'll have both of those guys on. They're all really good.
You and Steven voiceover. That's
Steven voiceover, and then me and Al. And I suck at pronouncing his last name.
Is it Jihad?
No, it's Al. I got it right here. Al Gorbachev on Twitter. Real Al Gorbachev. And he's really funny. We all just contribute, to the channel. But yeah, I won't keep bothering people with like, we're gonna get to the Mario controversy.
We'll save our industry secrets.
We'll talk. Right? We'll talk about that stuff.
Only when this video gets 500 likes will we expose our secrets.
Honestly, maybe next week. I might have some people on to talk about like video editing. And maybe we should do a crossover with the Legion or something.
Mr. Bug and I know Green Rocks is good at it. I've dabbled a few times. I need to practice again. I used to be decent, but it's been so many years. I'm still getting used to DaVinci. I did one edited video, and then I haven't done it since, so I need to do it some more. I just haven't had time.
Nice. Well, DaVinci's great. That's what I recommend. It's free. Oh, we got 40 people watching. I did not expect that. Last time I had 100, but Mark the Cyborg brought his all his fans over. It's actually a decent.
You know what?
Stream.
For that, you guys get Dermaranth for a little bit.
Dermaranth.
Dermaranth. Oh,
Poor
no.
Amaranth. Is that her husband's name? Are you her husband? Holy shit, dude! I have a bone to pick with you. You are a rude person.
There, you guys got Dermaranth for a little while. I don't even know if all that stuff's true, but
that's funny.
That's a discussion for another time.
Oh, I got my first super chat. What is going on? I just got monetized this week.
Oh,
so
was it really this week?
I think I can't. Days just are like toilets to me. They're all the same. Kevin, thank you. He said, Kevin Avinin. Is your name? Are you Elvish or something? I compose epic trailer music. Would love to provide it for this community. Dude, DM me, because literally today, the trailer music that I use was copyrighted after 2 years of using the same music. I had to find new music. That's it. So yeah, DM me, man, on Twitter. I think they're open.
That actually would come in handy for a lot of the editors and a lot of the creators.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Copyright
for sure.
free royalty music will always be in demand.
Thank you for the $5, and then Snafu with the $4 super sticker. I don't know what that is. Should I show it? Am I supposed to show this?
Yeah, you can click on it.
Is this a problem?
You can't.
Oh, okay.
You can't show the super sticker, but you can show all the chats and stuff just by clicking on them.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Kevin. That's the guy. That's the Elvish dude that's coming around. You know what I mean? His last name just kind of reminds me of
Is it Chibi? No,
I don't know what the fuck it is.
What is one of those Japanese dogs?
What is your name, dude? Where do you come from? Where are you from? Go back to Africa. I'm kidding.
You're talking about Kevin. Kevin.
Yeah. What do we got? Okay, we got Kraken in the chat. Hi, what's up? What's up, Spooky Weeb?
Hey, it's Johnny.
Why'd she call me a boomer? What the fuck did I say?
You don't know how to use the system yet. Obviously, you're a boomer. It's not like it's your first time.
No, that means I'm not old. If I was a boomer, I would know everything about the system.
It's your first stream in a while.
Yeah,
Board against
I'm a baby.
virgin.
I'm a baby. I've started my own gaming walkthrough channel. Oh, that's fun, Solid Redfield. Yeah, you guys should all do. If you like to do something, you should 100% do it for a long period of time. That's how I started. I made memes for the Trump. I'm gonna get into all this in another video. I'll just be quick. I made memes for the Trump campaign in 2016 just for fun. And then I made funny pop culture memes. I got hired. I applied for a YouTube editor position and immediately got hired for it. It was so all you got to do is have a reel, your own YouTube channel, and that's all you need. I'm just saying. Now they're all calling me
Lofty
boomer.
can do it. Anybody can do it.
Yeah. They're all calling me boomer.
It's so easy. Even a VTuber can do it.
Yeah. Oh, I should put a Kirby shirt on. I'll do that next week. I'll do that for Flashcast.
No, Pochita's better than Kirby.
I know. Yeah.
Is it Pochita, or how do you pronounce its name?
Whoopsies. My body's not. See if my body's cut off.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap VTuber. Avatar, it's free.
See, this is a secret.
But
the VTubers are actually just Muppets from the chest down.
But you still have to so this is V-Roid Studio. You still have to kind of make it it doesn't really look like this when you start. So you have to
You're robot
customize the expression. Oh, fuck. Okay, take over.
Okay. Jeremy, quick, say something spicy.
Oh, something spicy.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I shouldn't do. I don't want to nuke his channel yet.
All right.
We could talk about Yay. I mean, no.
Listen, for us to talk about Yay requires more time than we have tonight. That's a rabbit hole.
Jeez,
bro, there was just the floodgates opened today on stuff to talk about. It's absurd. Like, we got like 3 new trailers for stuff.
What were the new trailers that came out?
We got the Indiana Jones 5 trailer today.
Oh fuck!
There
no.
was a trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay.
And then we got and then the third one was Transformers: Rise of the Beast.
I saw that one. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm terrified. Terrified of all of them.
Yeah. If there's one, the one that I'm the most, I would say I'm the most, like, or the least worried about, it's probably going to just be the Guardians one by default.
Mm-hmm.
But,
I mean, not James Cameron. God, I just did a thing about Avatar.
Literally on the horizon is Avatar 2. Oh, Lofty's gone. Back.
I mean, he's opening his mouth. He isn't speaking.
He must
hear you, buddy.
He has no voice. Chat. Well, now chat can call him Boomer.
Yeah, he's being a boomer right now. Come on, Gary knows how to run a stream better than you.
Listen, this is Baby's first VTuber stream. He has to work out the kinks.
Oh,
he'll grow into it. We're helping him train for when he gets to get that match with Gary that he's always wanted.
Yeah, he'll get it eventually. Still can't hear you, buddy. I see you opening your mouth, but I can't hear you. I think he said what? I'm trying to read VTuber lips. This isn't easy.
We'll figure it out eventually. There's got to be a button somewhere. Yeah.
This is becoming more fun just watching him do all this.
Just trying to imagine the face behind the VTuber right now.
Oh, now he's smiling and waving. Wait, no, that had to be a button.
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there you are.
Fuck! Okay. What is going on? I had to unplug my mic like 4 times, and the 4th time it worked.
Technology is just clearly not on your side.
No, you sound better now.
Oh my god, I'm panicking. I'm sweating. Did we lose viewers? Am I dead? Like, is my channel nuked?
Actually, you gained 2 viewers.
Oh, that's maybe I should shut up then.
Listen, it's a tried and true method. Epic fails always work on YouTube.
Lofty, you do need a new mic.
I know, but I have a Yeti. It's supposed to be like.
Just get I have a HyperX.
Oh my god!
It was a $90 mic, but it works. Then you can buy a $30 one from Walmart that also does pretty damn good.
I know. No, I'm gonna buy a nice one.
Anyway,
I'm gonna get. If that happens again, somebody like start singing or something. Like just I don't know what to do. Anyway,
I'll sing the latest Yay mix.
Oh no!
Yeah, sing some flashing lights or something.
College dropout.
Well,
hey,
what's your favorite Ye album?
I actually don't even listen to Kanye. I'm not a huge rap.
I'm not a Kanye listener either. I wouldn't be able to answer that question. Surprisingly enough.
I have a toss-up. Yeezus and Graduation probably are like tied for me. I love Twisted Fantasy, but I grew up my senior year song, like my class song was or the album of the year that year was Flashing or the Graduation, and it's good memories of it. She don't believe in shooting stars, she believe in shoes and cars. Wood floors on the new apartment. You know what, we should do some karaoke. I'm kidding, that was horrible.
But Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Yeah, I like Yeezus though. Yeezus has some of the best beats, I think, of any album ever. If you go back and listen to New Slaves or like I Am a God or Blood on the Leaves, holy like mother of God, that guy can make some beats. Yeah, it's really, really good.
I mean,
and the samples are great.
He's a decent rapper, and I mean, he's a decent singer and stuff like that. But
yeah,
his latest takes are spicy.
He's listen. No true artist is a true artist without having a couple screws loose. Unfortunately, there's a bit more than a few screws loose on this one.
I know. It's sad. It's depressing. Like
sad.
I am not taking it. If I'm rebutting again, let me know.
We got you covered.
I'm not. This is my take on Ye. We'll get to Ye quick, and then we'll jump to Mario, and then we'll go back to Ye later. But I understand, like, obviously that he's like being manipulated, not just by the people around him, but by his own inability to kind of grapple with these ideas. And also, I'm noticing that he's kind of behaving like almost like a Zoomer who's like just discovered like Nick Fuentes for the first time and is basically just regurgitating everything he heard him say and like, you know, some like viral like YouTube like videos or something. That's kind of how I'm seeing Kanye's rhetoric at the moment. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff with the industry. Clearly, he knows what the hell he's talking about with the music industry. But
he knows what he's talking about with the music industry, huh?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, he probably has a lot of wisdom when it comes to the music industry, how he's
right about some stuff and extremely wrong about others.
He's right about things about the business practices in like the strictest, most vacuum sense of the word.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure if I put like a contract in front of this man, he would be able to dissect it and explain what it's trying to do, you know. But like everything kind of matches up about Fuentes, like you're saying. Like you remember, was it during the Tim interview?
Or Milo.
During the Tim interview, he was saying like he never like got to age past 24, basically when he.
Yeah, he did say that, and he literally said that when he hit like, you know, his early 20s, and he stopped like mentally progressing because he had a handler every, you know, hour of his life for the past 20 years, and so he never really. I mean, he's probably thought about some of this stuff before, but like, he doesn't know who DeSantis is. He just discovered Milo and Fuentes like a month ago.
What?
I remember when I first discovered Milo, I was like, oh, actually Milo was like the first person to kind of turn me on to like the modern kind of political landscape, if that makes any sense, like online political landscape. It was Milo Ben Shapiro. You know, Milo had all those viral videos with him like dressed up as like a police officer. And do you guys remember those?
Yeah. I remember like he'd be carried in to like give college talks on like literally on a throne being carried by 4 guys with pallbearers.
Exactly. So that's kind of, I feel like Milo is me in 2015 or something. You know what I mean? And also,
a gay guy.
Also, I was not a racist. No, I'm not talking about the Hitler stuff. I'm just talking about like the generalization of politics. Oh shit!
Listen, he made being edgy and grandstanding on the internet appealing for like a modern 2010s audience at the time. We were young. We didn't know any better.
I mean, they were a lot of those guys. I mean, they're still very influential and still very edgy, but I don't know what it was. There was a Milo moment where he was talking to Jordan Peterson in some Australian interview, and he just changed from what I knew him as.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it was really kind of like the Joe Rogan interview with him, where I think the first was kind of like the first massive blow to him.
Well, the GOP fucked him over. They disinvited him from was it CPAC or something? It was something.
Everybody's fucking everybody over on the right, and it's getting so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean it comes with the territory of like the right just being more of like the big tent party in a way, like
right.
Because
Tulsi Gabbard is by no stretch a right winger, but she's fed up enough with the Democrats that she'll at least work with Republicans more or less.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So
yeah,
Crow's making dinner now. He forgot, but he's gonna be on shortly. I want you guys to give your brief take on the Mario trailer, and I'm gonna switch mics. I actually have a better mic. I forgot.
Yeah, you might want to do that because you are roboting a little bit.
I'll be right
here
back.
and there.
I'll be right back. But go ahead, give your take on Mario, and then Sketch, you can give your take on the trailer, and then I'll be right back.
All right.
So I've actually evolved on my take from the trailer. When I first saw it, I didn't like what I was seeing. Not for the Peach stuff. I didn't actually care about the Peach stuff. It was viewing Mario as more of a joke character and just being this big joke throughout the whole thing. And looking at it more and more and reading some stuff on what I guess this leak synopsis is he's a fish out of water. This is his first adventure and he's learning how to do everything. So I don't have as much of a problem with it now as I did. I'm still curious what they're all going to do. And I do like Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah, I mean, like, after the first trailer, it's basically like everyone kind of put together like this is going to be basically an isekai storyline of Mario gets sucked into this fantastical world. He's going to have to learn the ropes and everything. It's like, okay, see, this is now we see how we're going to make such a simple like gameplay plot into like a full like 90 minute to 2 hour movie, right? So
Yeah.
like obviously they're going to have to give a lot more character stuff to do. I was pretty satisfied with that second trailer, honestly. Like even the Peach stuff I thought was pretty overblown. I think that was kind of just Twitter culture being Twitter and just taking whatever they can get to start some drama. Let the dumb text fly, honestly. I did have a couple criticisms of it, but like they weren't like criticisms like this ruins the trailer. It was just like directional choices with like editing and certain things.
Mm-hmm. I think I understand why people were worried about the Peach stuff, because when you get burned so many times over and over again, you kind of don't want to. The moment you see just one instance that might be that, you kind of freak out.
Yeah, but I don't think it was big enough to warrant the reception that it got. Like the choice of a halberd for a prop to give Peach in that shot was a strange choice when you have Captain Toad right there holding a frying pan.
Mm-hmm.
It looks a little out of place to me.
Yeah,
but like that was really like the only, and then maybe like the shot immediately after where it's Peach looking out at Bowser's castle on the horizon, that probably should have been Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I'm saying, like that's like if I was in charge of this movie and I was editing it, that's probably the way I would have tried to like construct it. You know,
I think they just maybe put Peach too front and center for people to like. That might have been it. I honestly didn't have a problem with it. Especially, people keep focusing on the Peach stuff, but somebody pointed something out to me yesterday on a stream I was on, and that halberd moment looks like just before the whole Mario Kart style Rainbow Road off to battle, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario's there leading the charge while Peach is in the background, so that might have just been her suiting up and getting a weapon to get going.
Well, I'm certain that because the next shot is literally Bowser's castle on the Mushroom Kingdom's doorstep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she grabbed the first thing to get ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that personally, if it was up to me, I would have kept the outfit and like her and Captain Toad walking out. Maybe grab like have a Toad hand or a clipboard or something. Have the next shot instead of that one of Bowser's castle be her like overwatching all the Toads training on like the obstacle course with Mario, because then you get the voice over the Toad saying like how adorable we are, we're not fighters, and just show us all the Toads failing to be warriors, you know?
Oh, that would have been funny.
And then you get the shot of Peach just like face palming as Mario fails too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they already stole that Bowser's coming when Peach said, and we saw like the castle moving, we saw the map. So I didn't think they needed to show us Bowser's castle over the horizon, and that felt kind of like they doubled down on that point. But like this is just like a direction. I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. I think it's blown far too out of proportion because Twitter is what Twitter is, you know?
Twitter is what Twitter is. And again, I don't blame Jeremy. I don't blame anybody coming out and saying like that whole Peach stuff being
testing.
I hear you, buddy.
You're going loud and clear.
The weird thing is none of my other mics work. Anyway.
It is a weird thing.
Well, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
Continue your thoughts. Sorry.
I was gonna make a go into like a little bit of a tangent on like the way Twitter's handling the thing, but if you want to do like general trailer thoughts before I dive into that, because I have some things to say about Twitter.
Excuse me. Yeah. There's like so many layers to this. This is potentially going to be easily, like, by far and away, the best video game adaptation ever. If they do what they're supposed to do, if they live up to the hype of even like the quality of the trailer, if you don't like how like Mario's portrayed, like you have to admit that like the way this world is portrayed on camera is like brilliant. Like they pulled it off so well. At least from what we've seen, like, you know, that's just how I feel. Like no other video game movie, and I'm including Sonic in this conversation because that you know, you might like that as a family movie or something, but it is really nothing like the games. At least like it's. I just don't think it should be live action. That's my problem with the Sonic movies.
Really put it on a different path. This is I'm gonna be so. Here's my 2 cents about it. Was like remember when they announced the Mario movie and it would be done by Illumination. People were giving them a hard time. I actually disagreed. I thought Illumination was like the best choice to go make like an animated Mario movie, like in this day and age.
Yeah, not Pixar. Mm-hmm. Imagine Disney doing it.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Ooh, jeez.
Illumination does good work. I mean, they've been doing Gru over and over and over again, but
say what you want about
Despicable Me was actually pretty good.
Like say what you want about them injecting the minions into like the boomer zeitgeist and everything, or like say what you want about their style of comedy writing, but as far as their animation goes, it's pretty damn good.
Yep, I agree. And I just don't like the Minions movies personally, but
I didn't mind Minions 1. After that, I like Despicable Me. I like Minions 1. After that, I'm just done.
Sure.
So, let me ask you, what do you think of like, what from your perspective? What is like the zeitgeist of like the Mario reaction? From my perspective, it's mostly positive, and like it's very weird because I can't think of another movie that kind of split the fandom, or whatever you want to call it. It's not really in half. It's more like 80. It's like 90-10. Like I would say like 10% of people are complaining about some feminist tropes in the trailer.
I can think of a movie that split the fandom in half pretty well. That was Star Wars. Not Rise of Skywalker.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
Last Jedi. Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the Mario fandom.
Because that split happened kind of like after me, but like just going off like trailer and speculation leading up to it being split like this, I think is what we're getting.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about like the Mario fandom. I was talking about the fandom menace.
Whatever this
or
is,
whatever you want to
call it. It's not the fandom menace. It's so, whatever we are.
Yeah, like so Prey, for example. That's a good example of a movie that kind of split the fandom menace in like different groups, like people who thought it was woke, people who thought it was not woke, people who thought it was kind of woke but not really that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Everybody's on board with like, you know, She-Hulk. Like that's kind of like, it's almost like boring to talk about because everybody's like, yeah, it's a fucking disaster.
Everybody was on board.
Everybody was on board with Rings of Power, except me.
That's why I said not everybody.
We're the 10% in that one.
Well, I mean, not just me, but I mean, I maybe you guys didn't see it, but I did have some support. But just people who don't. We don't have a lot of people who get out and talk in front of on streams, so it's like, well, there's people who represent other people. And I was getting a lot of DMs saying, I actually don't think Rings of Power is horrible. I think it's like an average show and it has some good qualities. And they were like, you need to speak out more. You need to be more vocal. And that's exactly what I did. Like people want to be represented. And a lot of people were just from what I was getting, like, this is what I'm telling you, what people were telling me. Some people think that there was an overreaction with that with like, even if it was a bad show, like some people think there was a bit of an overreaction in terms of like comparing it to CW, comparing it to like the worst thing you've ever seen in your entire life, excluding, you know, like shit like The Room or like
Give
you know
me
what I
the
mean? Like,
meat and give it to me raw.
yeah. So anyway,
There's a
all that to say,
purpose in me.
all that to say, I think Mario is like, I think most people are having fun with it.
I think people are actually excited for it. Even Jeremy, I get what people are saying. That I think what it is, and you kind of hit on it on a tweet you said with critical whatever theory.
Huh?
You made a response on a tweet when the thing initially dropped, and I can't remember what it was. But looking at things just maybe a little too critically.
Oh, okay.
And I think what people saw was Peach with that halberd and that like I'm a boss girl.
Yeah, but listen,
and they just they freaked out. They had a bunch PTSD hit in, and
it is
they
PTSD.
got worried.
It is,
and
I
was gonna call it Pavlovian, honestly.
Pavlovian might be a better idea. I don't fully blame people for having that response either.
No, it's
I don't
somewhat,
either.
It's somewhat justified, but I think that it kicked in way too quickly on this one.
I agree.
I agree with that one.
One thing I will say is I don't blame people for looking for things in trailers that are like red flags.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a difference between that and then noticing things that aren't there. That's just, you know what I mean? Like, and for example, if like, I don't want to be that guy, but like if the Kill Bill trailer came out today, I mean, how many people in our community would come out and quote unquote notice woke content in it or alien, you know? They made the white male characters, you know, they all got killed off, and the fucking the one guy they were all evil and corporations, and the woman is like, you know, the savior. Like, people would quote unquote notice these things, but they're actually kind of like they're just wrong about it. Like, that's just you can notice that there's like a feminism, a generic like strength in like a female character, but that's not necessarily woke. That's what I'm trying to say.
I see what you're saying, and you do have a point. What I think the problem is, and again, we're talking about 90s, early 2000s compared to today. We are just so inundated with this crap that, if those movies came out today, I don't think they would have done as well. I think people would have looked away, and it's not because they're awful movies. It's because they're just so tired of this stuff constantly being forced down their throat that they just look away.
Well, it's a 1-2 punch, because that's punch number one. Punch number two is the follow-up, which is, and if you don't like it, it means that you're a bad person.
No.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, that's the response that the mainstream media and the people like that would say.
It's that combination of like this.
But that has absolutely nothing to do with criticizing the quality of the content. If you're including within your criticism of the content opinions of other people about you, that you're already distancing yourself from the content. Like, you're muddying the waters. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't say, the feminists. Well, no, this just happened because with Mario, a lot of feminists on Twitter were like, "Oh, yay, Peach isn't a damsel in distress, finally," and people were mad about that because the woke community is excited, so therefore we have to be upset about it. It's like, no,
woke community's like a bunch of retards.
I would like to every one of those people, I would challenge them to say, like, okay, point to me in the trailer where you know that's how it's going to play out explicitly.
Exactly. They're probably wrong. You know why they're probably wrong? Because Peach is probably going to get kidnapped.
Can I take a guess before you say it?
Oh, go ahead.
My prediction is that a big part of this movie, plot-wise, is going to be Bowser's continuous attempting to kidnap Princess Peach.
Yeah.
So,
that's going to be a huge driving force of this.
Or he does kidnap her, and it sets up a sequel. Like,
she's absolutely getting properly kidnapped before the third act. Like, that's going to be the point of no return that closes Act 2 out.
Yeah.
So, Bounty on Comics did an article about this. and the supposed synopsis and character details leaked on 4chan. So take it with a grain of salt. The character detail for Bowser is what I'm pointing out here. He's obsessed with Peach, apparently.
Okay.
And gaining power.
Sure.
I'm willing to bet she is going to get kidnapped and she's going to be the damsel in distress. Despite being this domineering person, confident, strong leader, she's going to get kidnapped. That's what it. And before you say that I'm characterizing it, that again, these come from the 4chan leaks. She's a confident, charismatic leader. That's from the 4chan leaks as well. So that's not me. Again, take all that with a grain of salt. We don't know what's going to happen until we see the movie.
Waffle, I am a Peach main. What do you want? Do you want to?
Yeah, listen.
You want to call me out on?
You're
Oh no, she's agreeing with me.
in this with your top tier character.
Yeah, God, dude. Does anyone play Smash?
Peach.
I do.
No. I mean, I do, but at the same time, I still have PTSD from getting beat up by Peach all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're
getting kicked in the face with her ass.
Yeah, keep
on. Yeah, that'll give you PTSD.
Well, float cancel back air me one more time. See what happens.
Put me to sleep if you're fucking Peach.
I just like her short hop forward air. It's amazing.
Dude, it's all about the short hop neutral air for those 80 plus
that's
or even death combos, man.
There's a reason.
I mean, bro, actually, for you, Smash for you, I think she was better because she had a much quicker short hop. At least from what I'm not a professional, but I was so much more accurate with like the short hop, like forward neutral, and like I just could, actually in Smash Ultimate, I technically main Villager, but I use Peach a lot.
Peach is the reason I started using Sephiroth and Blythe. I'm probably saying that name wrong again from Fire Emblem all the time because they have a distance attack,
right?
That still counts as like physical or blades, and I can stay away from her while still dealing damage.
Yeah, that was a huge thing that attracted all my fellow Ridley mains to Sephiroth when he came out.
Yeah. Oh, we got some Smash players in the audience. Otter, what's up, Otter?
I haven't played it in a while. I need to play it again.
I still play pretty regularly.
Can I ask a question? What do you guys think of this? I think it's okay. What do you think of the meme, the PTSD meme? People are like, it's like
PTSD meme.
Okay, what I call memes are like things that I hear people like copy and paste all over Twitter. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody has an opinion, eventually, like if Gary has an opinion, it's going to work its way down. It's going to get copied and pasted, and you're going to see the same exact phrasing all over the place. Like, even like I've noticed this with some things, like literal quotes from people on streams will get turned into actual like verbal like common phrases that people use.
You mean like
not just get woke, go broke. I'm talking about like things that like people like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers or like Gary or like Yellow Flash or whatever will have an opinion, and then it'll just get echoed and echoed and echoed all over Twitter, and then it becomes kind of like a meta, like a meme in the community.
Like
and
MCU?
It becomes, what's that?
MCU?
MCU is a good example. Yes.
Well,
now
I think
Gary was obviously onto something with that, but I'm talking more or less about like, for example, the PTSD thing to me, I think is a complete over exaggeration. I think people use it to like kind of, because they don't know how else to describe it. But Eric July talks about putting your hand on a stove and like, oh my god, it's super hot. You have to take it off, right? And then you put it back on again, and then you take it off because it's hot again. And he's like, why would you keep doing that? And he's basically saying like that's what we're doing with Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And he makes a good point, but
very valid point.
But I also think it's a slight. I'm not ripping on Eric July. He actually is super consistent with his take. Like he doesn't like any of the Marvel movies, but I think it's a bit of an exaggeration. Like when I watch an episode of like Loki, and I'm like, oh, that was terrible. I don't feel like I just burned myself. Like I think it's being a little bit. I don't want to say childish to like kind of act like you've been like your body has been physically harmed by like the media you consumed, but it's like it's a bit of an exaggeration, and it kind of like hearing it over and over and over again kind of like just bothers me.
I think it's because I see what you're coming from, because you're unique. You are a very unique individual that not a lot of us. We should take you a little bit more seriously from time to time. This is not me giving you praise or anything like that. That's me just being honest. You have some good takes from time to time, but overwhelmingly you have bad takes.
Well,
Anyways,
let's put it this way, Lofty. You got a lot of very complicated takes that cannot be expressed in 250 characters or less.
That's true.
Yes. I think I
That's
forget
very
where
true.
the fuck I was going with this. You're just a more unique individual that looks at things differently than a lot of us do, because a lot of us are Puritans of some sort, that we like our characters the way we like them, and we've been seeing them getting used and abused a lot, and we're just tired of it. I think that's what it is. But then to echo your point of like the PTSD, I think what it boils down to is a lot of people just don't know how to articulate what they don't like. They don't know how to articulate it properly. So when they hear MCU, when they hear the stove comment, when they hear get woke, go broke, or when they hear Solo lost money, Raylos are weird, so on and so forth.
Mary Sue. Everything's a Mary Sue now.
When they hear somebody else say that and they say that kind of speaks to me of what I'm seeing, they're just reiterating it.
I get
that's
that.
how it's
I understand
working.
that.
It's more
I
that
understand
people
that.
just can't vocalize it.
I'm not blaming anyone individually. I don't think I've ever done that. I'm talking about the culture. I wish people had a more like a vocabulary instead of like just get woke, go broke. Like, because clearly, even within the woke content that we watch, there are varying tiers of woke, right? You wouldn't put if you had to rank your like female Marvel characters, I feel like everybody could like probably make a tier list and like let's say Taskmaster is at the top because it's just a female stuffed in a suit for like because of
a male
quotas.
character.
And like I think Wanda is a bit more nuanced than that. I think her character has a bit more of a nuanced backstory and like an arc to her story. She's not in the same category of feminist kind of like icon as like Captain Marvel.
I don't say the issue with Wanda is the feminist angle. I think it's the angle that she is blatantly a monster and nobody seems to want to address that.
There's that.
Well, I agree with that.
There's also a big thing to consider, like compared Wanda to Taskmaster. Taskmaster showed up in only one movie so far, whereas Wanda, you had, I think, appearances in 4 movies prior to Multiverse of Madness. So there was more to already have built on with Wanda. And the thing that burned people with Wanda, starting from like WandaVision on to Multiverse, was just the execution, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, because she was supposed to.
It wasn't anything that was like innate in the character. It was just the way that she was handled going forward in Phase 4.
Because she was supposed to have a breakdown because of House of M and stuff, but they just mismanaged it and they turned her into a monster where she literally enslaved people and nobody wanted. She just gets this pass, and it's like, what the hell?
Well, she not only did she get the pass, but then you remember back after WandaVision came out, there was the revelation that Doctor Strange was supposed to show up at the end, and they cut him because, and I quote, they didn't want a straight white male coming in to save the day and solve the problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously there is problems. I'm not denying that, and I think
a lot of this stuff, She-Hulk, if it was a one-time thing here or there, we would be able to overlook it, but it's become
with Mario,
a marketing push. I
think with Mario, I'm seeing a lot of people actually kind of come away like appreciating the trailer, and I'm happy about that because I want us as a community to be excited for something, for a change, and I think that's cool. But I'm still seeing like
I think a lot of people are having to get talked down.
What's that?
I think a lot of people with the Mario trailer and the Mario take are kind of like they jumped the gun. They saw something that
they 100% they did.
Well, here's what they do.
Something that just kind of terrified them.
Here's what they do. They
Pavlovian aspect, and then they had to get talked down. Like even Jeremy had to get talked down. Again, my take wasn't from Peach. It was from.
I don't know why I did that. Hey, what's up, Labon?
Well, that was another. I'm. See, someone that
The Rainbow Road thing is hilarious. Anyway, go ahead, Sketch.
Didn't Sneeko or someone do that on Speedo? One of these Twitch streamers said on stream, I was like, this has to be bait. Like, no one, I refuse to believe someone in like the Fandom Menace would not know what Rainbow Road is.
You don't know how many boomers watch our content. Quite a few. Maybe I will say that.
Maybe the boomers, but appealing to like my demographic, like the millennials.
There's a lot of people.
Younger, no way.
I
there's a lot of
highly
people.
doubt somebody.
No.
That was
There's a lot of people.
You're right.
Rainbow Road is like the most iconic Mario Kart station.
I hope so.
Granted, it looks a little weird that it's not in space, but I digress.
Yeah, I'm kind of siding with Lofty on this, especially because this is off topic, but on one of my videos, I recently had somebody say Latinos are Italian or Italians are Latino.
Yeah, there's a lot of... Now, in every community, you're going to have some very low IQ people. it's just you can't deny it. You can't say, oh, our community doesn't have any of those people. Why not? Like, of course it does. Like, it's gonna, you just got to kind of ignore those people. Like,
no, like,
yeah,
it was hearing, maybe it's just to me, but just like hearing someone mistake Rainbow Road as like,
I know it sounds like a meme. It sounds like a Babylon
to me, like
article.
it was a bait of some sorts.
It had to been troll. I refuse to accept, as much as people are stupider than you think.
But it's not just Rainbow Road.
I refuse to accept that.
People are saying things like this, like, I can't find it.
If you want to talk people saying hilariously bad opinions for this, I had one that sent me into autism last couple, like,
go ahead.
Hours. I'll find it. I'll find the link for you. I think if I send it to you, can you pull it up on StreamYards even?
I think I can share you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you present it, you can end up.
Let me grab this Twitter link, because as Smash players, I think we will find this to be particularly stupid. If I drop it in private chat, I think I can give it to you, right, Lofty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to personally. It's my stream. I'm not gonna like call anybody out on like personally.
No, but
you guys can bring up whatever you want.
Discuss what we're using this to discuss the subject matters here, like.
Although I shouldn't, honestly, I shouldn't be sensitive to calling people out, but
be the bigger man, Lofty. Be the bigger anime boy.
Let me know if you want me to share your screen. I'm not even sure how to do that.
Oh, check the private chat. I sent you a I posted a link in StreamYards.
I got it. Okay, let me do this quick. Hold on.
Yeah. Like, personally, like, it doesn't make sense to me to not engage with someone if they're going to say something. It makes sense that you should be able to respond in kind however you feel. And, like, if someone puts it out on a public platform, it's open game for discussion. So it goes without saying, no one's targeting the original author. We wish to engage with the idea, yada, yada. YouTube,
all right, so
bullies.
So what am I looking at here?
So this is basically just amidst the whole thing of people trying to either come to the defense of Peach or try to give justifications for decisions in the trailer for like girl boss stuff or like support, like no, trying to clap back against like this is woke thing.
Yeah.
And among reasons, this was a particularly bad take, I felt, because the justification here is using Super Smash Brothers, a non-canonical fighting game,
right,
as justification for Peach being a tough go-get-'em girl boss.
Well, you know what it is, though? I agree with the non-canon part, but it is giving Nintendo free reign to create a version of Peach however they want to, you know what I mean? If they want to... Because she does kick ass in Smash. So if they want to come up with a new story where she kicks ass, I mean, you know, that's their prerogative. And I don't think as a fan we should be like, no, you should go fucking back to the kitchen. Like who cares?
I don't think no one's saying that. Not like that. But it's like if I was in the camp of like hardcore, like Peach is going to be a girl boss, yes, Queen Slay, I would not construct my argument based on Smash Brothers. Like I would probably be looking.
I agree.
I'd be looking to like manga and comics like some people are, or even like Super Princess Peach
examples. Well, there's a couple games where she doesn't get kidnapped.
I just brought up there's the DS game Super Princess Peach where she goes and saves Mario and Luigi with the umbrella.
She has her own games, right? Like there's also I believe what was it? Mario 3D World, like there's Mario Rabbids, there's a couple games, and then her own games. Like there's an extensive history to her character.
There's enough like other source material that you could make a stronger argument for Peach to be the tough character that doesn't use Smash, which is probably like your worst choice.
Also, I mean, I technically use Smash in an example of Mario not being goofy because somebody was saying that he wasn't goofy or a joke, and when was he actually Chad? And I said Brawl.
Because Mario was broken in Smash 4. He's even more broken in Ultimate. Although, funny enough, this is just me looking for references where they aren't actually. But when Mario's charging at Donkey Kong to attack him, he leaps in the air. He's doing Mario's forward air.
Yeah, I know. It's they're going to reference Smash. They're also, I mean, they already did.
They already have.
There will be more Smash references. Oh my god, the memers have had a field day with making edits of that Donkey Kong clip.
Yeah,
I cannot wait. All I want is the final battle. That's going to be the most important thing. Have Mario be like the hero, like I hope he is. And when he's beating up Bowser, I want him to yell, "So long, gay Bowser." I want Chris Pratt to say that. Bowser? Yes.
If there isn't a post-credit scene where he says, "Thank you so much for coming to my movie," I'll be disappointed.
Oh, that would be great.
They gotta do that.
There's also this. Okay, the other issue I have is, what do you guys expect? This isn't going to be the only Mario movie, right? It's going to make a fuck ton of money. They're going to make 5. So, therefore, do you expect Peach to be a damsel in distress in all 5 movies?
No.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
They're going to find a way to bring Rosalina in.
Yeah, like,
and Rosalina wasn't a damsel in distress in her own
movie with Peach and Daisy.
Yeah, and it's like if she's not a damsel in distress in like one of the 5 movies, is that an example of like fighting against the patriarchy because you're changing her character? Like,
no.
Here, I'm gonna share this tweet. This is kind of ridiculous. Let's see.
One of the things that was said is they want to do a Nintendo extended universe, kind of like the MCU.
Holy shit! Nintendo. I hope to God. Here's what I hope. This is what I want. I want a Mario. Let's say they do multiple Mario. They have. Let's say Yoshi has his own movie. Let's say Donkey Kong has his own movie franchise, and I'm talking about within the same universe, right? And all of the same quality, like high budget production is like this movie. Then I want fucking Mega Man. I want a Legend of Zelda franchise. I want an animated Legend of Zelda. I don't want live action fucking teenage kid running around.
You mean like
fuck that.
Like 6 years ago.
Yeah, no, I don't want live action anything. I want Pokemon. I want Pokemon to have its own animated franchise. Screw Detective Pikachu. Screw live action Pokemon.
I like the looks of Detective Pikachu.
You gotta take that one up with Capcom.
Yeah, what? Detective Pikachu had great CGI. It really did.
Yeah, I like the Pokemon looks. I was indifferent to the story.
But I don't care. I want to see Kanto. I want to see Kalos. I want to see, and I want to see it in animated form. I want to be able to the attention to detail that these studios can do.
The rumor was they want to do a Nintendo extended universe culminating in essentially a Smash Brothers style movie.
Ooh, I saw that. It'd be amazing.
That would be.
Can you imagine?
You could do it too.
Captain Falcon, Fox.
You could do it, especially if your big bad is Master Hand.
Yeah, Master
Hand. And then do all the villains.
Route, they somehow gets the rights to put Taboo in it.
Yeah.
God damn. Although
Detective Pikachu was fun, I agree, Mr. Smith. It was fun. That's it though. It wasn't a great. It's not even close to like as good as any of the the Pokemon video games. I think Pokemon deserves more than fun. I think Pokemon deserves Toy Story 1 and 2 quality entertainment. I'm tired of people settling for
Toy Story
not woke,
1, 2, and 3.
It's not woke. It's a family movie, so therefore that's my requirement. I'm going to give it 5 stars. Fuck that.
That's your base requirement. Then from there you can start judging harder.
Yeah, how about we just judge everything based off like Toy Story? How about that? Or like How to Train Your Dragon, or whatever like animated movie that you think is like a masterpiece. That, or like a Miyazaki. Miyazaki makes movies for kids and adults, and they're masterpieces, almost all of them. Why are we settling for kids movies like Sonic the Hedgehog that have very stupid humor, like very like literally like 9-year-old humor?
Sonic did
And,
the floss.
and like, why are we settling for that and just saying, well, my kids liked it and it's a family movie, so therefore it's like that's woohoo.
I enjoy
buy 5
I
tickets.
enjoy the Sonic movies.
Okay,
I really
just-
do.
I'm tired. I think it's a little overhyped. I just think it's,
We could be getting like animation.
Dude, imagine an animated Sonic.
Adults.
Imagine an animated Sonic within the fucking world of Sonic the Hedgehog, and not in like whatever Earth live action universe with like Jim Carrey.
True.
Come on.
Come
on, guys.
I enjoy Jim
We can
Carrey.
do better than this.
That's one of the reasons I like
it's
this.
good for like a laugh here and there, but like not to be taken like seriously to go for more than 3 movies.
Are you guys really, honestly, if you had to be honest with yourself, would you ever sit down and like excitedly watch the Sonic movies again by yourself?
Probably
Yes.
not.
Really?
Yeah. I like I
okay.
like them. Okay,
It's
You
a
can
guilty pleasure. I don't have a problem.
This
with
is
that.
a
That's
guilty
fine.
pleasure of mine.
I'll
I just
tolerate
like
them because it's got Jim Carrey in it, but that's about it.
Sure.
It's Jim Carrey, and there's just an aspect to these movies that it's like this family, this pro family thing that I really enjoy.
It's also that it relies heavily on like safe, modern children's humor.
Very
I
safe.
think it's kind of like the thing.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, I don't like the humor. The Sonic
Very-
doing the floss
very
in the
lame.
last movie, the whole dance scene,
Horrible
that
dance
was just
sequence.
so freaking annoying. But there's just
Some
parts
black
of it that
lady riding a fucking go-kart through that, screaming in slow motion, interrupting
I
a wedding.
actually
What
actually
the
like
fuck
that.
was that?
Well, no, it was after her wedding. I
Oh my god!
I thought that was actually kind of funny. I don't know
No.
why.
No, I'm.
I'll
Why
my
are you
that
on my
changed.
stream?
You're the one that liked Rings of Power 1 and
I know.
2.
Hey, you know what? It's much better than whatever that was.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh,
I'll admit, when that scene happened, I laughed. I did enjoy that moment. I don't know why. It was ridiculous, over the top, and I enjoyed it.
Well, that's fine. I just think this Mario movie has the potential to be like a totally different level than like what we're used to.
Well, I don't think for a second that it won't be like a critical success.
Yeah.
Like this is going to make a ton of movie. Now, you remember, I think this was like Gary and Jeremy's $1 million question. Will it make more or less than $1 billion?
Right. I think it's probably not going to make $1 billion.
It could.
I think that it can. I think it can make more than
Maybe.
$1 billion.
Maybe.
I think it's
because
got a very good shot.
A lot of these
like did Frozen make $1 billion?
I think
Actually,
it
that's a
did.
good question.
Let me pull this up. This is something I also. Hi, what's up, Phoenix? I just wanted to say this is something that I 100% disagree with, and I see it all the time. I see a lot of people say this. It's fine if you have this opinion, but I'm just curious what you guys think. If we
real quick, Frozen made 1.2 at the $1 billion at the box office.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah,
There you
maybe
go.
Mario can probably do better than that. To be honest,
I think Mario will clear $1 billion very comfortably.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here's my. I'll just start. I understand the reverence that voice actors are like this angelic profession that everybody worships, but professional actors can do just as good of a job. If you guys ever watched the English version, the English dub of any of the Miyazaki films, they are all super duper blockbuster, like popular actors. Christian Bale was Howl's Moving Castle. You had Billy Bob Thornton in Princess Mononoke. You had Billy I'm kind of blanking on some of the names, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a problem with famous actors in animated films. It happens all the time. For some reason now it's a problem because Chris Pratt's in a movie. Like that bothers me. And I'm just tired of hearing it. If you have like a specific reason why you think that, like that's totally different. Like I'm open to hearing it.
I think I don't pin this down to like Chris Pratt, because now with the second trailer, like we gotten some more to hear more of the voices. Like I'm very much like a mixed bag on a lot of the direction for these voices. Like I don't think I didn't think Chris Pratt's Mario was that anything to write home about or anything special. But then
I like it.
It was fine. Like I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now we got this new one, and I'm not the biggest fan of Peach's voice acting. I feel like she could have used like a higher pitched voice for it. But the fact that I have like kind of like a mixed bag, because in contrast you get like Jack Black's Bowser, which is just phenomenal. Like he's actually doing a Bowser voice.
Yeah,
I'm starting to believe that most of these criticisms are actually falling at the feet of like the direction that these actors were given, and not just the actors.
It's also a trailer. It's also a 1.5 minute trailer out of a 2-hour movie. So like we got to be a little bit, maybe like you could criticize it, but I just maybe like watch it first.
Speculating off of what we've gotten here.
Yeah.
Like, on one hand, like there's some voices that I think are just like fantastic. Like they've hit the.
Oh, Crow's here.
Hey.
Yes, I've been in the back listening to you guys talk about this. I just want to say, I agree with the idea that I generally dislike when they have a famous Hollywood actor come in and do a voice acting role, because like it used to be 9 times out of 10 it would be a complete fucking shit show. You see it when you have the actors voice their video game characters, like fucking it sounds terrible in comparison to everybody else. But I liked Chris Pratt as Mario. I don't know why anybody's complaining. It actually sounds really good.
He's not bad. Like he's at
What's
worst you could say he's like it's harmless, you know?
I just don't think people can honestly, if they're being, I think people are exaggerating. Like I don't think anyone can actually name 5 really bad famous people that were in like animated movies, like off the top of your head.
Wait. Well, let me ask you guys a question.
I'm talking
who's your favorite voice actor for Mario?
Oh, there's only one at the moment.
No, I'm being serious though, because like, what other Mario are you comparing Chris Pratt to? Where you're like, oh, this sounds average. Like, dude, because I don't have a voice for Mario.
Right,
in my
right,
head.
yeah,
like you know,
yeah.
Like that's
especially
a voice that's been cultivated over years of like work, you know, professional work. You know.
Can I ask if you guys? This is my theory, but I don't think Charles wanted to do it. I think he wanted to pass the mantle.
I don't think so. I don't think he wanted to do it either.
And there's nothing wrong with passing a mantle of a character, especially in a film version. If he had to sign up for like a contract with like 5, 6, 7, a multiverse, like what if he just didn't want to do it? Like, why is everybody speculating that? Like,
how old is he right now?
They're like ripping him off. They're like making, you know, they're pulling a fast one on him, and he's
credited.
Well,
yeah,
that's because he was coaching. Like he was working with Chris Pratt to teach him
exactly
how to do like a Mario.
Oh wow, they really fucked that guy over then.
right.
You see, exactly. You're gonna screw me over this bad, but I'm still gonna help you train the newbie.
Exactly, and he's gonna promote the movie. Yeah, okay.
I think it's in a similar vein to the Puritan thing that I said. Why people copy a lot of words and stuff like that. But people like Puritans and
Jack.
Why
you're 100% right.
Yeah.
Why, I'm sorry. I don't want an Italian stereotype for 2 hours straight. I just don't.
Actually,
I'll take Chris Pratt.
That sounds pretty awesome.
No, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Wait, are we talking about Latino or are we talking about Italian?
Italian.
I don't want him to talk like this. The whole movie.
Yes,
come on.
I would like that, but I think it's the Puritan argument that people want what they want. They want the original, even if it's unobtainable. Even if they can't get it, they really want it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
with
Lion
that.
King had good voice acting, but that was James Earl Jones. Like,
that was James Earl Jones. That
and Tim Allen and Tom Hanks and Toy Story and like what's his name?
Robin Williams in Aladdin.
Frozen has extremely famous people in them.
I don't even remember.
Billy Crystal was Calcifer in House of Castle.
I finally got Frozen out of my head.
Shia
I don't
LaBeouf.
remember it all.
Uma Thurman, Shia LaBeouf. They're all in Studio Ghibli movies. People love them.
One of the best ways I can probably say this is like with Batman, because especially just with what happened recently, I have his voice in my head. all the time. So when I watch any of the Batman animated films and it's voiced by somebody else, like there's, even if they do like a fine job, like Under the Red Hood's one of my favorite Batman movies, he doesn't voice Batman for that. And it's like, it rings in my head, but at the same time, I'm not gonna like sit there and go, man, that other guy is complete shit. It's not that. It's more like there's something else that you heard first. That's the voice that's in your head. I just don't have that when it comes to Mario. Like I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
This movie looks fun to me though, and I would have been like really let down if Chris Pratt was just like being hired for his name. But I think I believe that is Mario and not just some fucking 3D character, you know?
Right.
It feels real.
It's not. It's like like Chris Pratt's clearly not phoning this in. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been like collaborating with Charles Martinet to do the voice. But like on the simultaneously, like the other side to that is that Illumination is that they're putting in work to make this look quality and like actually make this proper Mario. You know?
Yeah.
Like you can see like they put actual thought into how they were designing this stuff, and it's all very intentionally made to pull from the source material.
We have Mario Kart in the fucking movie. Like,
I know.
Come on. That is awesome.
It has an air and like traits of authenticity that other media that we've gotten in the last several years just didn't have.
You can feel that they are actually wanting to do this right.
Yeah,
you can feel that they want to give people as close to as humanly possible to give something that gives them what they need.
And you know what? We should support this movie because of that. Because imagine if we got a bunch of these movies. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Although
instead of like shitting on it and like screaming about feminist Peach, why don't we just go see the movie?
Listen, like I said, put a pin in that one and come back to this date in, when does this come out? April
23rd, I think.
Come back to this date. Gather all the receipts for the people praising girl boss Yas Slay. Peach is going to be the queen. Come back to this.
Right.
Find those same people and figure out see if they melted down when Peach inevitably gets kidnapped before Act 3. It's going to happen. Just get the receipts and
I almost don't envy.
Get the receipts.
I don't envy Illumination. Honestly, I feel like they're probably gonna feel the pressure to not want to have her be kidnapped, but hopefully Nintendo somehow.
Nintendo's being weird. Let's be honest here. Nintendo's being weird in a lot of their stuff, but I think because they are so protective of Mario,
right?
Yeah,
they're gonna force it go through.
This is their blood, like this is their literal first child here. Like they're not gonna let Illumination or anyone mess with them.
Hey, Sketch, Thesaurus Rex, what's going on?
I get what you're saying about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, like, I get what you're saying about Illumination here, but I think Illumination is more interested in keeping Nintendo happy.
Exactly. Well,
like this is
like Nintendo's not going to let anyone boss them around. Be another company or like Twitter.
If Peach is a warrior, is that really going to ruin the whole movie for you? Honestly, like I hope it doesn't, because it seems like you're willing to ignore the rest of the movie in terms of being a faithful adaptation to the games and like actually something that we should be promoting and going to see and spending money on because of the quality and like what they're doing to the faithful adaptation besides Peach, if that's what your opinion is. I just hope that people still don't like boycott this movie because of that. That's my only problem.
I mean, like, I just hope that we get some reference to Super Smash Bros. Because, like, we have the scene where he's fighting Donkey Kong.
Oh, I mentioned he does the forward air.
Yes, but like, I won't.
This is how you know this is a noob Mario, because he was done to do approaching rising forward air on Donkey Kong.
Like,
Mario asking to get killed at 70% when you do that, Mario.
If Peach is gonna like
are you Canadian
type
Sketch?
Of fighting in the movie, I think she needs to do one of her moves from the game. That's all I'm gonna ask for. Like, I'm not gonna be mad as long as they do it right.
Okay, for real, you want Peach to fight, to be in a battle? Okay, have her be perched somewhere and she pellets the Koopas with turnips.
Yes.
Also, the reason why Mario, if Peach is like, let's say she is competent with her abilities, it's still a fucking war. Like, yeah, Mario is going to be useful, and also all of these people are going to be useful.
Her kingdom is being invaded.
Yeah,
it's called Super Mario Brothers. It's going to be Mario, and Luigi is going to be the damsel in distress.
Exactly. They're not going to.
Yeah. Listen, you can A plot is Mario learning how to confront Bowser so he can save his brother. The B plot is Princess Peach trying to get her adorable, friendly tea time toads battle ready. There you go.
I think what's going to happen is the initial fight is going to be preparing Mario to confront Bowser to save his brother. In that instance, Bowser's going to steal Peach, and Mario's going to have to go do a one-on-one to save Peach. And if I don't get a so long gay Bowser with Mario spinning around and throwing him out the wazoo, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to be honest. I really want that. I want to hear Chris Pratt say that.
There would be a writing way that they could actually screw Peach up in that case if she got kidnapped, I feel. And it comes from, it's the same setup as it was in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, where Harley Quinn breaks herself out. If they were to say, let's just just play along with the hypothetical here. Bowser manages to kidnap Peach, but then she breaks herself out. I would probably consider that to be pretty disappointing.
Well, what I was saying is the initial fight is to save Luigi, then Bowser technically would take Peach hostage there, and then Mario would go in to save Peach, and she wouldn't be able to break herself out or anything like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to use this opportunity. We were just talking about voice actors to transition into Pokemon.
Yay!
Yay!
The first thing I'll ask is your guys' opinions on whether or not they should add voice acting, and then also I just want to kind of want to talk about your thoughts on the state of Pokemon. So I have to get socks because my feet are cold, and I have to pee. So I'll be like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Go ahead and talk about like voice acting in Pokemon, or like maybe your thoughts on like the new.
I have an interesting thing to say about this. I would love voice acting in Pokemon. I don't think it's possible, and the reason why I say that is not that Game Freak doesn't have the funds or the money or the ability to do it. If we're being completely honest, because I really love Scarlet and Violet, and I think it's an amazing game. It's the best Pokemon game, period, for me, bar none. There's a ton of content. The story, it's not a 10 out of 10 story, but it's the most competent and well executed story in all of fucking Pokemon.
So I still have yet to fully beat it. I still don't know.
I'm not going to spoil
there's a big bad because I finished
so good. It is so good. The final fucking story, when you complete the 3 main plots together, fucking end game, you are gonna it is so good. It's really fucking good.
I have not played the game, but I have seen what I believe is the particular fight you're talking about. I wasn't too impressed with it, just in concept. I thought it felt very, very flat.
I have a theory.
It is really good when you are actually playing it. Okay. I promise you. I promise you. It's fun. And there's a small thing there where it's you can't throw your own Pokeballs, and it's you're sitting there with the battle command, and you're like, what am I supposed to fucking do?
Okay, so it is the fight that I'm thinking of, and
it is. But when you actually play it, when you actually play the whole thing through, I think it's well done. I think the story, like I said, it's the best, most well executed story in all of Pokemon. But
even compared to something like Gen 5,
yes, better than Gen 5. It is. But I think Gen 5 had a really fatal flaw to it. And that flaw was because it was split between 2 different versions. The whole thing about one following truth and one following ideals doesn't really fucking sound good, because there's nothing that really is about any of that. It's just the 2 different versions, right?
Mm-hmm.
This game doesn't have that problem. And if you play Violet, you deal with a different professor and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was going to say about like Pokemon never ever ever going through with the voice acting in these games, graphically speaking, if Game Freak wanted to, right? Game Freak could have put the money into this game to give it substantially better graphics than it currently has. Like there are a lot of graphical issues with the game. I'm not saying it's like I had so much fun with it. It's definitely worth playing.
Oh, it's such a beautiful game.
The textures on the Pokemon are amazing too, but realistically speaking, this game has some graphics in there that are more akin to the type of shit that you would see like 10 plus years ago, right? The textures on the Pokemon are really nice when you're up close, but when you are flying into a zone and things are loading in and it is glitching out, I mean,
that's the worst part of the game.
That is. So I'm saying if Pokemon will not put the fucking time and money into doing that shit, right? You think that they are going to put the time and money to get voice actors for every single different language version of this game?
I don't even want that. I heard your response. I took an extra minute to get a bottle of whiskey, but let me just say, playing this game, if there was voice acting, I would have a miserable time because the amount of similarity between every single time you fight a Titan Pokemon is like the identical scene that plays constantly over and over and over and over and over again with the dog, and like you have to make a sandwich. Like,
yeah.
I would lose my mind. Like, I just want to be able to skip.
You can't skip that. Yeah. Like, it's dumb.
I wanted to, as much as I liked that little story, I wanted.
Well, you can skip the dialogue.
I love the story because
you can just tap A bunch of times.
Well, I'm also streaming it, so
I
like it. I like the story. I just
the story with his little Mabostiff is actually really sweet. It is.
Cute, it was a very charming story. Can I offer what I think would have been a good room for what Game Freak I think Game Freak should have done for Gen 9 as far as voice acting goes? They should have they should have done the Breath of the Wild treatment where its voice acting is only reserved for very key moments.
Yeah.
Just give me voice acting through Iona. You don't have to do anybody else. Just do it through Iona. I'll be fine. I fucking hated that gym. I hated it. I hated her. Just give me somebody else to speak.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up now because my brother just told me. Apparently, Nintendo, they did two big things today. A, they apologized for the performance, and B, they fixed it.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, I was reading an article.
There's an update. I was just watching a video YouTuber go. I went upstairs to get like a bottle of whiskey, and my brother's like, "Quick look at this!" And I looked at his what he was watching, and it was this streamer playing it, and he goes, "I can't believe what I'm looking at right now. It's so smooth." And I was like, "Holy shit!" So apparently they fixed. Apparently they fixed the performance. Everyone was
the timeline for that makes a lot of sense because they made that public apology, I think, earlier this week. But then also today is the first day for their new Terra raid battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
The Charizard Terra raid is up.
Yeah, that just went live.
Oh
today.
my god, I need to do that.
Public today.
Yeah, so it makes total
Level
sense
7.
that Nintendo would be freaking out. It's like, Game Freak, you need to get this patch out by December 1st. We have this is our first raid battle. You got to get on this right now. Like it makes total sense that they dropped it today.
I love it. I can't wait to play it. I still haven't beat the story. It's taking me a little while. Like I'm kind of exploring.
So I'm playing both Scarlet and Violet. Violet is my stream copy, but because I've been sick today, I'm like right on the edge. I have one more gym. I've completed everything else up to their final moments, and then I have to do the Elite Four. Then I get to the final story.
I have the Elite Four.
I have completed the game. I've completed my Pokedex. I have my shiny charm, and I am just farming raids right now.
Dude, let me say this. I'm gonna go on a mini rant about the national Dex for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck the national Dex. I'm not gonna catch 1,000 Pokemon so I can get the fucking shiny charm. Fuck that. I don't need to. If anyone who says I gotta catch 1,000 Pokemon every generation. fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
You
What-
technically do have to catch 1,000
Obviously, you
Pokemon.
just pay the $8 for Pokemon Home.
Yeah,
forehead.
seriously.
Well,
I don't care
this-
about the national deck. Stop talking about it. Stop talking
my,
about
my
it.
problem with the national decks is I think it would be amazing if there was a game where you had these 1,000 fucking different species of Pokemon and your goal was literally to catch them all. Like that would be cool. But
I
the
like that in
national deck,
Arceus.
it is, but it's much smaller in Arceus.
Mhm.
In the national decks conversation, most of these motherfuckers aren't saying like they want to go out and be able to catch these Pokemon. No, they're saying they want to be able to use Pokemon Home so they can transport their old team from the old game into the new game and just play with them. And I get it, but like that means nothing to me. And some of these fucking Pokemon are broken as shit in their generation. And I'm glad to see them be retired for a little bit.
I agree. There needs to be rotations, especially with terrestrialization and like gimmicks like that. Imagine trying to balance the game with 1,000 Pokemon. Also, you're wrong, because every time I talk to somebody about the national decks, the first thing out of their mouths is, I like to collect Pokemon. I need to have all of them.
Bullshit. I will call them
That's
all
what they
fucking
say.
liars.
That's what they tell
I'll call
me.
them all liars. You know why? Because they don't allow you to catch all those fucking Pokemon in those other games. You have to fucking transfer them in.
Well, that
Yes,
was supposed,
I agree.
That was kind of supposed. Oh well, what you said, transfer, not trade. I was about to say, well, yeah, because that was an appeal of the games back then. It was that you had to trade to get them all.
Oh well, yeah, trade would be different, but that would be like all the Pokemon are actually available.
To say
still.
trade, might be.
A lot of people.
We got
want
a
to
boomer in the chat.
A lot of people want to be able to
Wait,
bring
wait,
over
wait,
their
how-
old team
how are you too
immediately
old?
for VGC.
How are you too old for Pokemon, but you have Purunga as your PFP?
God,
It's the same exact generation.
Wait, hold on. This is the first Pokemon game that confirms the deaths of multiple characters.
Right.
Yeah, play through the end story. It's pretty fucking
Okay, I
awesome.
will. I will. I'm almost there. My stream tomorrow night is hopefully going to at least end the Elite Four.
Well, what are you talking about? Obviously, at the end of the game, they all get sucked into an ultra wormhole.
Okay, wait.
And they end up at the Aether Foundation with Rainbow Rocket. What are you talking about?
Oh my god, dude! I loved that entire thing with fucking Team Rainbow Rocket.
I want to make a public statement. I don't think Gen 7 is as bad as people say it is.
No,
Rainbow
Gen 7
Rocket's
was
the
fine.
only good part of it.
Well, actually, no. Gen 7, Sun and Moon, I really do feel that, God, what is that bitch's name?
Lusamine?
Lusamine. In Sun and Moon, Lusamine is an incredible fucking antagonist. Like, her whole story makes total fucking sense. And then you find out the stuff with her husband disappearing into a wormhole, and it makes even more sense. But then you get into Ultra Sun and Moon, and they altered the story to include Necrozma, and then they fucking just killed her character in that game. And I was like, that was such a big disappointment. Team Rainbow Rocket was fun, but seeing Lusamine literally merge with a Pokemon was awesome.
I hated Sun and Moon. I hated it. There was only
It's
one
okay, you
character
can
I
be
liked, and that was
It's okay.
Well, I'm not wrong. I'm right. But
Listen, it's okay. Some people like different movies. Some people think that X generation is better than Y generation Pokemon. And some people vote Democrat. We're all entitled to be wrong at some
That's
point.
okay.
I want to play
I
Pokemon.
like-
I don't want to go from island to island to doing totem challenges.
No, look, that was a nice break from the generic Pokemon formula that we had been getting for a long time.
Here's what I think about Sun and Moon. Okay, well, this is a comment about the culture in general. I think people were very consistently okay and like enjoying the Pokemon franchise up until I believe X and Y started. People started to have some random like controversial opinions about it, and then Sun and Moon, it was annoying. It was kind of like linear and weird, and the story was horrible. But only very, very recently have people been starting to complain about the formula. And I'm like, wait, you guys do realize that like you played for hundreds of hours every single generation, and you loved it. You played all of the games. You're like, you know what I mean? Like everybody had a fun time with this franchise until very recently. Now everyone's like, we need Breath of the Wild. We need Skyrim, quality open world.
I think
Like
that
random...
I think you're overstating it, and the reason
No,
why
that is a very, very
no.
No.
I didn't say that you're wrong. I think you're overstating it.
No,
okay?
no.
And
hang on, girl.
yeah.
I think I can give a good comparison for what Pokemon's going through right now. That this is pretty much like the exact same beats that we went through in the 2000s with Zelda games. If you remember that Majora's Mask.
I don't remember people hating any of those games.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you don't remember how much people hated Wind Waker when it came out?
No.
Yes.
That game was like unbelievably popular.
No, that game was despised.
People, no. When it first came out, the trailers and everything for that game, people hated the new design for fucking Link.
High five for the Gen Z people who didn't get to play it.
Wind Waker is considered like
it's an awesome game, but when it
the
came
best
out,
Zelda game of all time.
Lofty, you're correct. Now it is. When it first came out, Nintendo fans and Zelda fans hated it. They hated the art style. They hated the overworld. They despised it. They wanted Ocarina of Time. Like they wanted to go back to Majora's Mask level, which people even then, like in the late 90s and 99, people said Majora's Mask was too dark and they didn't like it. They wanted something different. And that's why they made the Wind Waker that was. But then Wind Waker came out and people hated it too. So what happened then? They tried to make Twilight Princess, which was meant to be more Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. And then people hated that. And suddenly Wind Waker starts getting more popular. And then it kept going on. They got Skyward Sword. So for the entirety of the 2000s, that was the pattern that Zelda went through, and we're gonna start. You're gonna see it happen now with Pokemon, with the way people are talking about it.
Look, I don't think that that's the case because people. Okay, there's something that you said about Gen 6 and everything, but Generation 4 was probably the last time you had the majority of Pokemon fans really on board with a lot of the games. You had the Heart Gold, Soul Silver remakes. Like those that generation is phenomenal for a bunch of different reasons. Even though they didn't run very well, like the battle system was incredibly slow. Generation 5 is what killed the fucking Pokemon franchise. It had an amazing story, but what you guys kind of like need to remember about Gen 5 was the original
soft reboot.
That was Black and White. It was a soft reboot.
Hated the designs.
But you did not have access to transfer over any Pokemon at first.
Yeah, you did.
So at first,
also,
you had to
didn't they
complete
only
the game.
have like 30 new Pokemon or something like that?
No, they completed.
No,
they made
there was like 200 new Pokemon.
Oh, I'm thinking
there was a whole new 151.
You're thinking of Generation
Y.
6.
Yeah.
Well, so Generation 5 turned off a lot of people from playing those games, like Black and White. And Black and White 2 were further improvements, but fewer people played those games. So Pokemon said, fuck it. And with Gen 6 coming out with the 3D graphics, they stripped out a ton of shit from those games. The story, everything, the difficulty was completely reduced. They basically said that the reason why Black and White failed had nothing to do with them doing a soft reboot and not letting you have access to your old Pokemon and being forced to play with all of these new designs that, you know, only a few were really popular. It was actually because the game was too difficult and the story was just too deep. And so like Gen 6 comes around and like Gen 6 is a shit show.
Black and White had that meta story, right? Was that the one with like the meta, like
that was the
like,
one where
battling Pokemon?
That was the one where the main antagonist team was masquerading
PETA.
as PETA.
Yeah.
PETA.
Mm-hmm. That was the PETA gen.
PETA into Pirates.
I actually like that game a lot. I see.
It was fantastic.
This is where I'm coming from.
It was really well done.
Maybe I didn't pay attention to all this stuff, but where I'm coming from, I've liked every single Pokemon game up until, actually, I've liked all of them almost identically. I thought Sun and Moon was linear and kind of annoying the story.
But the only one I hated
even Sword and Shield.
was
I'm
Sun
sorry.
and Moon.
I'm sorry. Sword and Shield had some of the best Pokemon designs.
Sword and Shield
ever.
has some good. It has some good.
I'm
designs.
sorry. And the world is fun. Like it had that cool like fairy forest, and it had like that desert town, and like people people complain about it, but the wild area was like super fun. The end game was really fun. There was a lot of, you know what I mean? Like
there was a lot of things with that game though that were disappointing for people. The thing is,
it's because they wanted Gen 9.
Well,
exist,
but now they have Gen 9, and Gen 9 has kind of everything people wanted in Sword and Shield, right? That open
And
world
people
in
are
Gen
still
9 is
complaining.
fantastic.
People are still complaining.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I don't think you're ever gonna make people like 100% happy with any type of product, but you know the thing with just the thing with Pokemon though, and it's gonna hit no
Crow
matter
just
what
slammed his
game.
keyboard.
Oh no, I put my Switch down. Switch down. Sorry. I was gonna say that
for this one.
When I've been doing raids in the meantime. Like the thing that upsets me when it comes to people's like reactions to any time a Pokemon generation hits, there is always a group that will immediately start complaining about shit that they don't care about and shit that doesn't matter. It got really bad. Well,
Relistify.
Oh God, fuck
that guy is weird, man. He's like a simp for Sword and Shield, which I actually like that game, but
I like the game, but
he hated
hates,
Arceus.
He hates everything.
He's such a hater.
Shield was a very like average Pokemon game. Like it had some moments that I thought the presentation was just phenomenal, but like it's not a Pokemon game that I think I would ever like go back to replay anytime soon. Is the point?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys this, because I no matter what you guys say, I'm seeing a lot of people claim that they need progress and innovation. That's like a big thing for a lot of people. They need open world without performance issues, 1,000 Pokemon in the game, 24/7, a 300-meter radius, spawn radius. Okay,
you're not gonna get.
Here's my question.
I can prove that that's bullshit.
I'm setting up. No, I'm just saying what I see a lot of people.
Yeah, no, I know.
So here, my question is, okay, Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out. Everybody's excited for it, but if Nintendo said, "Hey, we're gonna split our studio in half. We're gonna do Breath of the Wild games, and we're gonna also go back to the Phantom Hourglass franchise, and we're gonna do some old school or A Link Between Worlds, right? We're gonna do some old school Zelda games, and that's what we're gonna do. That are traditional, very formulaic, familiar, like what you're familiar with in the past. I am sorry, but everybody would buy that game. Everybody would buy
both.
People like formula. People like tradition. People don't need innovation 24/7. Everybody would buy an old school Zelda game if they you know what I mean. Like
Lofty, you're right, but at the same time, you're kind of wrong because they would buy the shit out of both.
That's what I'm saying.
Nintendo fans love their remakes, and Nintendo loves to just troll them over and over and over.
No, this is what Nintendo should do. I like the traditional games, I like the top-down route system, like everything, like the gyms. I would play another if they released like another game that's like old school and Pokemon. I would play it, but I think they need like Namco Bandai or somebody to step in and help them with like, these open world games. Like I honestly, I think they need to outsource.
See, the issue I take with that approach is the issue I take with that approach is now we're getting into territory of like the Call of Duty approach to game making, where you're subdividing among multiple.
No,
to just have a game.
Capcom does it. Capcom does it successfully.
Game Freak's recently done it too.
Well, Capcom's figured it out as well too, but Capcom's really like, and I'm like one of the biggest Monster Hunter fans on the face of the planet.
Same here.
Like they're doing that now too. It's like there's
I see you play Monster Hunter Rise. Are you gonna get it on Xbox?
I actually don't have an Xbox for it, so no. I'm just and to be honest, I already sunk like 500 plus hours into my copy. I'm not doing that. I'll take my Switch version. I'll just continue to.
You guys, wait, why am I fucking waving?
Crow.
He's doing a testify, brother.
Crow, do you play Monster Hunter?
I haven't played it in like maybe a year. I played it like super heavy when it first came out.
World or Rise?
World.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, World is my favorite one. Honestly, wait, I'm just gonna rattle off it's my stream. Everybody fuck off. I'm gonna rattle off my top 5 favorite games of all time. You guys ready for this?
Pokemon.
Monster Hunter World is 5 for me. I'm sorry. It's just a masterpiece. Everything about it. It is the most deep action game I've ever played in my life. It's in terms of combat. It's also like one of the most deep RPGs I've ever played. Mm-hmm. And the monster fights, the designs are like Dark Souls quality. Like it's just a masterpiece.
The new monsters they made for Rise are particularly special.
Yes, I agree with Rise also. Number 4, definitely BioShock. Number 3, I used to have this memorized, but I would say Smash Ultimate's probably 3, and then my number 2 and 1 are Shadow of the Colossus and Final Fantasy VII, but I can't really pick.
I like I would have to put Witcher 3 into my top 5. Like that
Okay.
game is just so fucking good.
I would have to put Red Dead.
That's another great one.
If I was allowed to, I would put the entirety of the Metroid Prime trilogy in one spot. But if I can only pick one, I'm taking 2.
Wow.
I'm taking
In your top 5? Top 5? Really?
What?
Metroid?
Oh yeah. Oh, the Metroid series is godlike.
All right.
That's like, but
I just haven't played 2, so I the only one I played is like Prime.
two was kind of like going back during that game. It was a little maligned at the time for being quote too dark and too different, but that's also what Prime was blasted for when it came out.
Right.
But Echoes has aged extremely well. Like all of the GameCube titles have just aged phenomenally. Like I think that there are ways like Echoes improved on Prime 1 very well.
Yeah. Wait, do you guys are you excited for the Witcher remake? Because he brought it up. I'm just asking.
Oh, where they're gonna go back and do 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm torn because CD Projekt Red's going in a weird direction. They want to make stuff modernized, but at the same time, the company doing it had hands in past games, so.
Wait! I forgot to say. Sorry. I'm literally like ADHD. I forgot to say about Pokemon.
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
This is something that, like, I don't know. Maybe you guys just don't play with people. Like, do you have a brother or something that you guys play with? Like,
I play with my friends. So
my sister is picking up Scarlet, I believe, this weekend, and a big thing that was going to go into my decision to buy or not was whether or not she had a copy, because we won't play together too much because she's got her friends, but it would be something that I would say, like, I want to buy this game so I can play it with you.
Dude, let me just tell you. So me and my brother have played. Okay, we have gotten, since Red and Blue, every game, and at launch day. We will sit now. The problem with this this franchise, it's never been co-op, but you can buy I'll buy X, he'll buy Y, and we'll sit down.
No, you're wrong. There was co-op before. Pikachu and Eevee.
I'm not talking.
There was co-op.
Yeah, that's a different. But so here's the deal. No. We traditionally speaking, a lot of people enjoy playing these games simultaneously with like a friend or a brother or sibling, and you guys you'll like progress the game at the same time. Like you'll catch different Pokemon, you'll have different teams, you'll like, you know what I mean? Like me and my brother never had the same team. Like we intentionally, like I'll be like, all right, I'm claiming the new that new rock salt Pokemon. I was like, dude, that's my boy. I was like, I've always like got Geodude and Graveler Golem. I was like, yo, I was like, don't use him on your team. Like, use mine.
That was me and my brother and my sister. Like,
that was me and my brother.
Clearly, like back during Diamond and Pearl, we were all just like discuss like, all right, so what starter did we all want? And fortunately for the three of us, none of us had overlap. But, like we all wanted different starters, so we were just like, all right, we solved it. We're gonna get along, even though we're kids, but we're all gonna help each other get all 3 starters.
Yeah, and it's like it's fun. So here's the thing about this game is, I can't even. This is a dream come true for people like that. Like, I can play with my brother, and like I'll be catching a Pokemon, and then I'll like look on my screen, and he'll be battling a trainer on my screen with his Pokemon out, and I'll actually be able to see their moves, like the whole battle.
Yes,
like, that's epic. It's so fucking awesome.
I haven't had anybody to play with yet, so
I'm just telling you, like that's what happens. Like people don't even realize that.
Well, the thing is, once you're in the co-op world together, you can go anywhere in the map.
There's no tether.
And meet up later.
Yeah.
Well, I do know there is one Pokemon that you have to evolve solely in co-op.
Palafin.
Yeah.
I don't like the design of it. I like its pre-evolution. I don't like the evolution.
I mean, you don't like the superhero form?
I love it.
I haven't seen
cool. I haven't seen it animated.
Palafin isn't its design. It's once you get into like competitive stuff and you start looking at Smogon, get into a tizzy about it.
It's overpowered, dude. It's overpowered.
It's over. I'm sorry, I'm derailing it, but have you guys been watching like the Smogon updates come out over
Yeah.
this week. And
Oh,
everything.
I watched
Not
them
yet.
quick ban like 10
Dude,
Pokemon,
this
and one of them
generation
was the
of
fucking
so-
Delibird.
Yeah. What kind of timeline do we live in where a Delibird variant is banned to Ubers?
Yes,
Yeah, there's a lot of
like,
they're
fuck
gonna ban Palafin apparently because he's
It's already
OP.
banned. They've decided they banned that.
Fuck that.
The
Well,
only
the
one that
one
I knew
that-
was banned was Gravehound. What was it?
Oh yeah, it was because of that last respects move, and that thing is
Yeah.
broken. But
Well, it's not.
Is-
It's the fact that it's last resort plus it has Sand Rush.
yeah,
Yeah, but what does that have to do with the actual game online? Like
No,
you can
no,
still use them, right?
competitive.
It's just a
yeah.
I was gonna say
I don't like Smogon. I think it's boring. Like I'll play it in the
Well,
game. I'll play it in the video game.
Did
I agree there are limits to competitive play. Like if you show up with your fucking Koraidon in battle, like that thing has got busted ass stats
People are
compared to
calling it the
every.
new Zacian crown, aren't they?
No, I think that's the electric one because of
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
fucking.
saying.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They called it the new Zacian because Zacian in Gen 8 was like the new Mega Rayquaza.
Yeah, those things got banned out of Ubers.
Sorry,
it was
yeah,
fucking
sorry about
hilarious.
that. We'll have to- here's the
Yeah.
one thing about Palpin that stands out to me, which I've seen Game Freak has been doing a lot since Gen 6. They keep introducing these weird evolution mechanics that are very hardware dependent. Like, do you remember in Gen 6 they had Inkay where you had to turn the 3DS upside down to evolve it?
No,
That
I
was
don't
a-
remember that. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
That was very much a thing. Like they just keep doing these weird, like very generation specific evolution. I was like, this is very much built for the hardware, and I feel like you're dating yourself by doing it.
One of the most annoying Pokemon to get now is Kingambit.
Oh, no,
because
Kingambit's
it's so
easy.
specific, and you have to wait for
Did you say
so long.
Gambit?
Yep.
No, I did. It took me
Gambit.
like 4 minutes
It's
to
King
evolve it.
Ambit. It's 1G.
Oh,
It took me
okay.
forever
Well,
because I had to wait till
We all know what
you had
we're
to wait
talking-
till
we
it
all
all
know which one we're talking
spawns.
about, though. Continue.
Oh, just run around the map a bit. Like,
I know, but I
that's-
was on stream and it took me I think 20 minutes till get everything to spawn.
I
the
still
whole time.
didn't evolve the little dung beetle. I have to run around for 1,000 hours.
My point is though, like with some of these evolutions, like imagine if you didn't have like the internet or like forums to be able to like tell
I know.
inform you. Like, can you imagine trying to
you
figure
can
out how
catch
you're
it
supposed
in
to
raid
evolve?
battles.
Can you imagine like trying to figure out how you're supposed to evolve? Like, we all remember like trying to evolve Inky back in on the 3DS. Like, the internet was it was a different internet back then, but like I remember people were just like so confused on how you evolve that thing, and they all thought it was dumb as hell.
Well, I just love the new designs, man. I love there's so many good Pokemon.
Mischievous and Ubers.
Yeah, there's some good
Or
ones.
is it OU?
I think this generation has maybe the most of like awesome new designs. Like that Mobastiff is amazing. That new like Excalibur Dragon is amazing.
Baxcalibur. That's
yeah,
got a dumbass name, but fuck.
Dude, I have
It's Godzilla, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that
he does the Godzilla move.
Yeah, he does.
I have his second form. I haven't evolved him yet.
That fairy Pokemon Tinkatank or whatever is
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing.
Tinkatuff and Tinkaton. Oh,
I love it.
I firmly believe they made the lore for that Pokemon and its specific grudge with Corviknight as a response to the fan base, like the competitive players' distaste for Corviknight. And
Probably. I still see Corviknight all over the place.
Oh, also in your chat,
yeah.
someone's bringing up Nintendo Power magazines as a way. Yes, that could tell you how to do something. But like, imagine working with your friends. You say, "Yeah, I didn't know you could do this until I bought the magazine." You just tell someone how to evolve, and it's like the what?
Oh, the boomer,
Okay,
dude!
wait.
The boomer is telling you that you've dated yourself.
Wait.
Okay.
I've got to just say one thing to this whole thing right now. Yes, the new convoluted evolution methods are kind of ass for you to figure out on your own. But also, we exist in the age of fucking Google. Like everybody.
I know
Googles
everybody
everything.
knows what.
Like I'm like 10 years ago, you guys would be correct, but like nowadays, it's kind of like, come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying because remember, because Gen 6 was 10 years ago.
I googled how to evolve my fucking Baxcalibur because I just wanted to know what level I needed to get it to.
Baxcalibur, but back like 10 years ago when Gen 6 came out, that wasn't you couldn't do that. You see where I'm going?
Wait, let me just.
I think we had Google 10 years ago. I think you're wrong.
I just want to say Redfield has a really good top 5 list. Look at this.
3, 4.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know about the remake. But DMC, Metal Gear Solid 3, Mega Man X1,
He doesn't have Final
and
Fantasy
Mario
7 on there.
This guy is a Capcom enthusiast. I love it. I love it.
Capcom, man.
No RF7.
Capcom
so-
is by far the best game studio of
No!
all fucking time. All
No,
time.
fuck
All
that.
time.
Definitely,
All time.
Capcom have definitely
No,
slipped their
all
game
time.
in the last like 4 years. Like
Street Fighter, Mega Man, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter. Come on, Devil May Cry. You got to be fucking kidding me. Are you joking?
Yeah. Remember the Devil May Cry remake?
Okay, yeah, hey, but then what did they do? But then they made Devil May Cry 5.
They made Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, that's true.
And they made Monster Hunter
awesome.
World, which sold like 14 million copies.
Like,
and then they
look at like 2019 Capcom making DMC 5 and Monster Hunter World
Yeah,
after spending the rest of the 2010s making Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Devil May Cry remake, and you're just like,
Infinite
God
was a
damn, you guys
disaster.
got your shit together.
Yeah, but not only that,
wait,
Dark
I'm-
Souls. Dragon's Dogma. Like,
wait, guys, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask you guys a very important question.
Yes, okay.
That's important.
It's still Pokemon related.
Okay.
Which starter was your favorite
of the new generation?
Yes. The most important question.
Fuecoco.
It's Fuecoco.
Fuecoco is the best.
Everyone.
I went
Quaxley,
with Sprigatito.
Sprigatito is going to be the most competitively viable. Too,
I like
with
his
the
final
getting
evolution
Libero.
more than his final evolution's the best. The other two suck ass.
You're talking
No,
you're
they're
talking
all
about Fuecoco's final evolution, right?
Well, Quaxley's final evolution is a disaster.
Yes.
It's an absolute disaster.
It's a gay duck.
It's literally a gay duck that runs around like a fairy. Okay, and then
He is a fairy.
Lofty, you want to know the best part about the Quaxley evolution?
What?
That final evolution was made by a Bayonetta designer.
Oh my god.
That's great.
That's unironic.
Well, Fuecoco has a cool head, but like everything else is like the body is like very awkward looking, and the tail sucks.
Well, no, because it's set up to become a saxophone.
I don't like it
Because it's a
I wish it
jazz
was like
musician.
I don't like gimmick. I don't like Duraludon is like a fucking lighter. Like I like Pokemon that actually are like cool. Like what's his name? One of my favorite Pokemon ever is Golurk.
King Gambit.
Golurk is so epic. Golurk is an
Goldango.
actual ancient golem that has like sentient. It's a ghost
Golurk
ground
is pretty
type.
cool. I'll give you
He's
that.
a badass.
Aegislash is better.
Galvantula. Galvantula is one of my favorite designs.
okay.
It's an
I wish-
electric
I have
tarantula.
a very soft spot in my heart for Hydreigon.
Hydreigon's
Ooh, that's
cool. I like dragons.
I like
Dragonite-
steel
wait,
type.
You can never go wrong. Oh, Komodo in Gen 7, I think, is one of the coolest designs.
Oh, it's
God,
We're all gonna yell at each other. Wait,
Hey, look, I found my lofty take.
I'm gonna say this.
okay. I'm
Chat-
gonna be old school. One of the best Pokemon designs by far is still Gengar.
Yes. It's so simplistic, but still.
It's perfect.
Gengar's amazing. Yep.
I actually still really love Gyarados' design.
Gyarados is a very strong one too. Like a lot
Yeah.
of Gen 1 designs hold up because they're just very simplistic, you know.
Wait, I'm gonna say this right now. Everyone, we're gonna go around the room, including chat. We're gonna give a brief
How are we gonna do
description.
chat?
They're just
Well, they could comment. We're gonna give we're gonna say our favorite Pokemon and give a brief description as to why it's your favorite. Because you know what, that's important in the world when Kanye is talking about Hitler. We're gonna be talking about Pokemon. That's way more important than
Can we
than
go
Nazi.
back to Kanye talking about Hitler later?
No. Pokemon is more important than Nazi Germany.
Kanye would support Lysander. Okay, we don't.
Listen. Okay, Kanye would support Rotom Heat Form.
Oh my god. No. Okay. So I'm gonna start. Okay.
All right.
My favorite Pokemon is and always has been Dragonite, and now my reasoning is I have multiple reasonings. I'll just be quick. I watched the show when I was younger, and that was my favorite episode. Does everybody remember the Lighthouse episode with Dragonite?
With the giant Dragonite.
The giant Dragonite.
No, I remember the Dragon I remember the most is the one from the Mewtwo movie.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But the giant Dragonite episode's amazing because it's like this legendary mythical monster that like you don't even know if it exists, and like it's just such a great episode. And then also, if people don't know this, that episode is based on the short story by Ray Bradbury. It's called The Foghorn. So Ray Bradbury wrote Fahrenheit 451 and like a bunch of other really amazing sci-fi stories. He wrote shut up. He wrote
I'm going like so
he wrote
over my head.
He wrote the story. Everybody should read it. It's literally the episode, but it's a short story. And
Well,
it's
here's the thing. I already
he's
saw
my
the
favorite
episode.
author. Well, anyway, Ray Bradbury is my favorite author.
It's a good
and
reason.
I think Dragonite's adorable, and he's like a combination of like retarded and awesome at this. You know what I mean? Like, I just love it.
I think Dragonite's cool because, and I quote, Lance uses 3 Dragonites because they fucking rule and because bitches love Dragonite.
Yep.
He gets his cock sucked 3 times an hour. That's 1 for each Dragonite.
My God.
Wait, do you
Drag-
guys not know what I'm referencing?
This is lewd.
I've heard it
What are
before,
we
but I
doing?
don't remember
Lofty,
where it's
wait,
from.
no, pause for a sec. Lofty, have you never seen It's Dragonite, bitch?
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not a crazy person.
All right. Hold on. You keep going around the horn, Lofty. I'm gonna get you something to.
Doesn't Sketch sound like Mark the Cyborg?
Kind of.
Okay, it's Dermy's turn to tell us.
Go
his
ahead,
favorite
Dermy.
Pokemon.
So, for the longest time, it was Garchomp. Then it became Lucario, but it settled on Aegislash. I don't know what it is. There's just something
Epic.
about Honed Edge to Doublade to Aegislash that it's always on my team.
Epic. I love Aegislash.
It is such a simplistic design, and when I one of the things was when it was first introduced as Honed Edge, I was making fun of it because it was just a dumb sword, and then I used it, and then I was like, I love this. It became 2 swords. Then I found out how to evolve it, and I used Aegislash throughout all of X and Y, and every time I play X and Y, I have to get a Honed Edge.
That's a good reason. It's got a really cool typing too.
It is.
Go Steel.
Go Steel. Like I think that was the first one who did it.
Yep. I don't think there has been one since.
Nope.
And I would love it cemented steel types as my favorite type too.
Oh, TX makes a great point. Stance change is a really, really cool ability mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's got a really banger signature move.
Yep. 2 signature. Well, it first used King Shield, and then it had I keep forgetting it. Is it Sacred Sword or?
Yeah.
Because
it's just conceptually and aesthetically, Aegislash is a very well executed Pokemon.
We got a Buzzwole fan.
I mean,
Giga Chad. Giga Chad
He
Buzzwole.
lives like Larry, okay? All right.
Yeah.
Also, but he says Crustle and Scizor too. So he's a bug connoisseur. This is bug catcher.
What's
this is
Crow's
A-Drive.
favorite? What's Crow's favorite Pokemon?
Okay, well, here's the thing, because I do have a favorite for this generation, because I always have one for the generation I'm playing, and it's Annihilate. I fucking love that.
Oh,
it is incredible.
Annihilate.
Yeah. The
wait, how do I clap?
evolution.
Oh, yep. Fucking badass.
Like I had to like say like a special for Annihilate just because it does everything that I wanted in a Primate Evolution or Primate Regional form. It gave it an awesome fucking type. The stats are incredible. And the thing just looks like this busted ass fucking ghost that's ready to punch your fucking face in.
You died of a heart attack and still wants to kill you.
Yes! But my favorite Pokemon design of like all time, and it still holds true now, is Houndoom. I love the Fire Hound. I absolutely do. Okay. When I played Gold and Silver and you run into Karen and her final Pokemon is this fucking dark ass fucking dog. You saw the Team Rocket admin had one too. And I spent so long in those games trying to find my first Houndour. Gen 3 came around, I had to have one on my team. Gen 4 came around, I had to have one on my team. Gen 5 came around, and I was pissed off because I couldn't catch a fucking Houndour. I mean, like, competitively, it sucks.
They gave it a Mega, though.
Its Mega sucks, too.
Well, I mean, like, it was at least popular enough that Game Freak decided to give it a Mega.
Because it was really cool. I don't blame them. It was a cool Pokemon.
It is cool.
Like
half of the Mega Evolutions kind of sucked though.
I had to give Pokemon like what I think are good based on their designs, because how they play in game is different. Like I think what is it? Torterra. Torterra is the island turtle, right? It's the world tortoise, right? Man, the thing is fucking it's amazing design, but it's ass. It plays like shit, and I hated using one. The best Pokemon I've ever used, and anytime I use it, it's amazing no matter what I do with it, has been Venusaur from day fucking one. Bulbasaur is the best starter, period.
Wrong.
I love Bulbasaur.
Yeah, you can say whatever you fucking want and be wrong. That's fine.
No, I agree with you.
Thank
I agree
you.
with you.
Thank you.
I said I love Bulbasaur.
Somebody was about to disagree though. I heard
Me.
someone go like, yeah, fuck you.
Objectively, it's Squirtle.
Already, you two.
Squirtle is ass. Like, okay, here's the thing that sucks about Squirtle. There are too many fucking water types in Gen 1 for Squirtle to actually look decent compared to them. But the grass types all fucking suck except for fucking Bulbasaur.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, they were all grass poison.
Wait, no, that's a lie. Because Exeggutor existed, and that was like a Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, but I really hate the design for Exeggutor.
I hate Exeggutor.
I hate that thing.
Like, if one of your metrics is gonna be viability, be it story.
Bulbasaur can put it to sleep. Bulbasaur's faster. Bulbasaur's faster. It can put it to sleep.
Objectively, though, Alakazam was the strongest in Gen 1.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
No, I thought it was
Psychic was broken in Gen 1. If you had a Pokemon and its only attack move was Psychic, you would win.
Because they also broke it.
Yeah.
They broke it with ghost types were supposed to be like its
they
counter.
didn't even have ghost type moves, so that didn't even change anything. It was the fact that Psychic was not resisted by anything and had a 30% chance to drop your special, which affected both your special attack and your special defense. It was fucking broken, and half of them had recover.
And the one Pokemon they made with a type that's supposed to be super effective and check it, they gave it a weakness to Psychic.
I
know!
Somebody at Game Freak was just like such an asshole when they made fucking Alakazam. They were like, I'm going to break everything else to make sure Alakazam is the best.
Well, then also Tauros existed.
I love Tauros.
My brother just wants me to give a shout out to Suicune and Luxray. Those are his favorites.
Okay.
Suicune.
Those are both very good picks.
Very good designs.
I think Entei is better than Suicune.
Hey, do you guys know anything about the...
I love Entei.
Do you guys know anything about the DLC?
Oh, yes, I do. The Suicune, Entei, Raikou.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yep. And also the Virizion, Cobalion, Terrakion.
I hate those three Pokemon. It's they tried so hard to replicate the three dogs from Heart Gold, but oh my god, they failed.
All they did was make the bronies happy.
They failed so badly.
They're
so boring to look at.
I am so glad that Scarlet is getting the Suicune and fucking Violet gets the ass from 5th gen.
Wait, what are they get?
So DLC is going to be Virizion and Suicune. Scarlet's going to get a form of Suicune, which is all three of them mixed, and Violet's going to get a form of Virizion with all three of them
maybe that'll
mixed.
be cooler than the three of them.
No, they already showed a screenshot. Go to the library in the entrance hall, and you can see the image, and I guarantee you're going to hate your fucking Pokemon.
I have not seen anything, but I'm sure I'll.
I got Scarlet. I love the primeval versions of the Pokemon.
Scarlet
I like them
fucking
better.
lucked out. Scarlet has way better versions.
I just like
everybody
the Scarlet...
liked Miraidon more, but then all those proto Pokemon came out, and the proto Pokemon just look objectively better.
Well, I know I like the digital design. I just the Donphan evolution is actually kind of cool in Violet. It's just I don't like the way it's animated.
I like the Donphan. I'm indifferent to a lot of the other ones.
Great Tusk is so much cooler though.
Great Tusk is so fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But even
a lot of the future Pokemon look really cool to me.
No,
yeah.
I think they look good.
No,
the Gallade one actually kind of looks
robotic.
cool though.
The Gallade
they're
ones,
all robotic.
The robotic.
I don't mind that.
Okay. Somebody traded me the Delibird. Okay, and when the Delibird gets hit, its head ejects from its body like a Rock'em Sock'em robot, and then gets like pumped back down into the body. It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's funny, but like if this is the special Pokemon you get in Violet, I'm like, that sucks, man. That's really sad.
There's some cool Pokemon. They're cool in theory. I don't like their designs. Like in theory, they're all interesting, but
Sure.
granted, I haven't seen them animated yet. I haven't seen them move, so.
Well, so
Hariyama probably looks a whole lot better animated than.
So wait,
he doesn't move. The Hariyama doesn't really move at all. It's pretty funny. He just stands still.
I gotta just say this. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. I might have to go soon. I was planning on doing a 2-hour stream, but I wanted to say, if you had anything relevant to that you wanted to talk about, like the Kanye thing, feel free to. You guys what do you like? Just what the hell did we just watch today?
That's
look, my take on the Kanye thing is pretty simple. It's Kanye West was fucked over by somebody in Hollywood who is Jewish, right? And because of that, he is being convinced by other people that it is all Jews trying to do it to him, instead of a small group of rich assholes who are just like abusing the guy. And he was abused. The things that they did to him were fucked up. And now he's got like these bad people in his ear. Like,
yeah,
I think that's sad more than anything else.
True. I mean, I'll say like Kanye's an impulsive character. I think he's always been impulsive, and it's kind of like at the mercy of whoever happens to be there when he kind of like goes off the deep end a little bit sometimes. Like you remember like that who just feeds off his impulsiveness. Like we all remember like he got on stage during Taylor Swift's award show.
Yeah.
He was on was it Fox News or something, and he just blurts out the George Bush comment. Like this man is not exactly a stranger to impulsive acts in front of a camera necessarily. Now this time though, like he's clearly not in the right headspace, and clearly bad actors have gotten to him and are taking advantage of his reputation. I don't think he's fully like completely aware of like the depths of what he's saying or doing, because like, or even like just in general, like he showed up to that interview with Jones, the full head to toe black mask and gloves, like Balenciaga style.
Yeah, what the?
Do you think that he's not? I find it hard to believe that he's not.
I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think that the fact that he's wearing that tells me like I don't think he's fully aware of like what he's doing with some of this stuff, or like just like how deep it goes.
At the same time, he was one of the first people to call out Balenciaga.
Yeah.
But then what's he doing in an outfit that's extremely similar to the one of him that's floating around of him and Kim in the same setup?
I think I do think you're right though. I think he doesn't know what he's doing. I think he's being manipulated. I will say this though. When you make Alex Jones look sane, there's something wrong. Although that Net and Yahoo thing was funny.
Net and Yahoo. Yeah, what the
Net and Yahoo thing was kind of funny because he had a fishing net and a bottle of Yoo-hoo. That was actually kind of funny.
Even Alex Jones in back is wide. I just like, dear Christ, and I thought I was the crazy one.
Well, yeah, his whole thing today was a byproduct of his stream of conscious personality. I don't think anyone was telling what to do. I just think that they were like Fuentes and Milo. They feed him like bad information and like some good information and some bad, and he just kind of like for some reason he trusts them. Like, what is that all about? Where did he?
I think it was the quartering that pointed out Milo wasn't on the Alex Jones show.
Well, I was talking to my buddy about that too, but Milo was strangely absent today.
Milo, somebody, I can't remember who, but they
because Milo got outed as a Jew.
Well, that's maybe why. No, he said he likes Milo.
But I thought Milo, a big thing for when Milo started getting like back in the public spotlight.
He also said he loves the Jews.
No, but
I don't think it changes anything.
The whole thing was that he converted to Catholicism like years ago.
He did.
He was raised Catholic, but his mother was Jewish.
Wasn't there like speculation that was a lie as well somewhere?
I don't know. I don't pretend to know.
I think Milo was a con man artist.
I'm not inclined to believe a lot of things Milo says, considering he's openly said his goal is to destroy the Republican
Somebody
Party.
Somebody said that he's, I can't remember who, but somebody said that he's very similar to Varys from Game of Thrones, like his behavior.
It was
Or
think
no,
it was
is
Luke.
it Littlefinger? Littlefinger? Is that what I'm thinking of? Not
Yeah, you're
Varys.
thinking of Luke. I mean,
Yeah.
not Luke. You're thinking of Littlefinger. I think it was Luke from
Yeah, it was
Tim
Luke.
Pool
Luke.
who
Yeah.
called him Varys. Or
Yeah.
Littlefinger, one of the two.
So he is pulling strings behind the scenes. He is trying to destroy the Republican Party.
But also,
he's
like
also
Nick Fuentes being there all the time is just like he's in a little too close proximity for me to think that he's not like there to keep like not approving to make sure Kanye says the things that he's supposed to be saying.
Nick Fuentes is crazy, dude. That guy. I actually kind of like. I don't like him, but I respect his ambition.
I respect his ambition. I think he's fucking retarded.
He can fuck off.
Well, I'm just saying, I have like firsthand experience with him. Like I've been to his America First conventions, and I've went.
Oh yeah, tell us all about this.
God,
yeah, I didn't know that you were an America First guy.
So,
well, I was invited.
Lofty, when did you first start to notice that you were glowing?
When I looked down at my dick, I was like, "Whoa, that hurts my eyes."
Well, Lofty, can you confirm, is there indeed anything more gay than having sex with women?
Yeah, there's everything is gay. Everything is gay. Having sex with women is gay.
That's not really America First, guys.
For a guy who wants to save the white race, he sure thinks sex with women is wrong.
Yeah.
Two,
that's
I
embarrassing.
hate with every fiber of my being that Nick Fuentes, Ethan Ralph, and Alaska Baked Alaska run a group called America First.
Ethan Ralph doesn't run shit.
I hate that
Fuentes
they're involved in anything like that because every time I say, "Hey, I'm America First," they think, "Hey, I'm involved with anything like that," and I hate them.
Oh, whatever.
I think your problem, like you don't let shit like that get surrendered to assholes like that.
I wasn't even involved in the internet spaces at that time, and I'm trying to figure out who the hell thought that was a good idea.
No, he raised his own fucking money somehow. I don't know. He also has people. Obviously, people fund
it. It was because of his cat boy. Income hunting.
People in the government fund all of his stuff. Like I said, I went to one of his conventions. Very, very, very expensive. Like literally, what I went to was better and more well produced than CPAC, which is the #1 Republican convention
that's
in
not
the country.
Well, that's because one's run by like
it was like way more professional.
Well, that's because one's run by like Ted Cruz style boomers who don't understand social media, and the other one's run by people who like built their whole platform off of social media.
Well, the one's run by Nick Fuentes, the other is run by the GOP. So that my point is,
buddy, like you don't understand. The GOP is the one everybody thinks is going to be worse.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
the GOP is stodgy and boring.
The GOP is like brain damage, dude. Like
the GOP is stuck in the past.
Just recently hurt themselves because they didn't like the idea of promoting Trump candidates. Like, man, the GOP is ass on every fucking level.
It's not.
They're the side that is supposed to lose.
Some of them are able to like take the first step for problems, but then it's like Ted Cruz can like call out Zuckerberg all he wants, but once he has him in the chair on the hill, it's like he just doesn't know what to do with them.
He's literally who I like? Rand Paul.
It's like now
I like Rand Paul and I like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I was born.
I like Trump.
I was born a Rand Paul guy. I'm gonna die a Rand Paul guy.
Yeah. No, I want. The only thing I'm excited for with Republicans having the House is fucking Rand Paul has the ability to put his hand all the way up Fauci's ass.
No, that's only if they had the Senate.
Listen, Rand Paul.
No, he can't punish him, but he can definitely air it all fucking out for everybody to see.
I don't know if he's gonna get it though.
Look, it's December. That means Rand Paul's Festivus is on the way, and I'm sure at the top of his naughty list is Fauci.
Well, yeah, I think Trump's gonna win.
I can't wait to see Marjorie Taylor Greene go full off leash.
If DeSantis decides to run, he's gonna outplay Trump easily.
Well, if DeSantis decides to run, he's going to have the establishment money backing him.
It's a big if.
Yeah.
And also, can he?
DeSantis kind of needs to run now, otherwise he risks becoming a Chris Christie candidate in 2028.
Kanye just made Trump look like fucking like like Bernie from like some
but
sort
also
of cartoons puppet. Trump is the left is like wanting Trump at this point compared to Kanye. Like I know they won't vote for Trump, but like, can you imagine if it was Kanye, like the primary? Like,
I didn't see this.
Fuck.
What were the tweets that were deleted by senators today?
Oh, they deleted Kanye, Trump, Elon, or something. It was like a GOP tweet.
So were they endorsing them or were they attacking them?
Yes, they were saying like, "Oh, we love all three of these people." It was like Kanye, Trump, Elon, and they had deleted it. Yep, they deleted it an hour later.
Listen, this is an important lesson. Do not simp for celebrities to become your top pick for candidates until you know otherwise. Because like, this is the equivalent of the left deciding to unironically rally behind Oprah as their candidate. Or Michelle.
If Trump was a Pokemon trainer, what would his roster be? It would definitely be fucking gumshoes.
Yep, gumshoes. Every time I catch one, it has to be Trump.
Trump has a full team of pseudo legendaries and Pokemon that can mega evolve, and he will insist that they all can mega.
They're all the best.
Yeah,
they're all the best.
He would have gumshoes and then all those because he has to have He has to have a gumshoes.
The gumshoes is Trump's Pikachu.
Yeah.
On his shoulder. It's his wing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every other Pokemon is just going to be a busted ass legendary. It's going to have fucking Darkrai, but it's going to be the fucking Darkrai that killed Ash.
Yep.
Yeah. Wouldn't he have like Celesteela? And because he's a big SpaceX promoter.
That's Elon.
No, that would be Elon that would have Celesteela.
No. I'm sorry, Space Force.
You're thinking Elon would be the one with the Celesteela and the Koraidon.
Yeah.
And
no, wait, not Koraidon. Miraidon. The Miraidon is the future one.
Miraidon, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he would have Miraidon. He would also have Deoxys and Genesect.
This is such a dumb conversation.
What the hell?
Oh wait, okay. But actually, you know what? Since we're back to Pokemon, you guys never told me what teams you're using for your in game.
Oh, I didn't even get to say my playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
what
no,
is your
you
favorite
didn't.
Pokemon?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah, okay. For the longest time, it was Weavile. Weavile showed up in, I think it was the Latias movie, where the main antagonist lady has two of them to be her.
Yeah.
Her
No, that was
Lucario. They had
Lucario.
great character. Like Weavile's also just a really good Pokemon. But in recent times, I've kind of shifted. I think my favorite's actually Kingdra now.
Oh, that's neat.
I think Kingdra's a great Pokemon. He's severely he had his moment to shine in like Gen 5 with like Swift Swim stuff. But like even that aside, like he's a fantastic Pokemon. He's underrated.
I mean, he can get crit hits all the time with Sniper.
Yeah, that's what I liked him for before I realized Swift Swim was broken.
Yeah.
Also, Lofty, I put in the private chat a link to the It's Dragonite meme so you can enlighten yourselves for later.
All right, I'll check it out.
You will appreciate this.
Oh wait, let me just say my team before I forget. It's a random team. I basically just covered every type that I could possibly cover.
Same.
So I got the Grasshopper dude, Lockix. Love him. Love the design. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have Palafin. I have Nakali, or no, what the fuck? Nakali. What's the? I nickname all my people.
Knucklesack. No, it's not Knucklesack. It's like, I can't think of what it was. No, that's its second
Garganical.
Garganical.
I have Tinka Tough, whatever the third evolution.
Tinkaton.
Yeah, Tinkaton. I have Charcadet, the evolution. The fire, the Scarlet evolution.
The Scarlet. So Mirage.
And I also
probably still saying it wrong, but that's kind of what it is. It's like orange and Mirage. So
yeah, something like that. There's two of them. I have the fire one.
Armorage. That's what it is.
Armorage. I have the fucking amazing Quagsire alternate. Clydesire. He is a beast, dude. He has so much health. He just gets me through everything.
Does he have water absorb too? Like
yes.
That shit's broken.
He has poison point and water absorb.
Yeah. So one or the other. Those, and then occasionally I'll bring in Oh my god, trying to remember, dude. My brain is. Maybe I drank too much. I can't even think.
It probably is true.
I like. Wait, there's one more. I don't even use my starter. Do you guys use your starter?
I do like
Fuck the starter.
Skeledirge because he's broken.
Is he?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
I guess.
If you
The
give him
starters in this generation are the best starters for like actual use.
Yeah.
Design wise, yeah, but like for using them in the game, they're all great.
Skeledirge signature move already gives him a special, because he's a special attacker. It gives him a special attack boost. It's classified as a vocal attack, so if you give him a voice spray, you can get 2 special attack buffs right off the bat.
I also really like Bennett. I'm a big fan, so I'm using him as my ghost type.
Bayonet.
Bennett or Choupette and Bennett.
Oh, I know what you're
Bayonet.
talking about.
Yeah. I love that design, and the Mega Evolution is amazing. Amazing Mega Evolution.
It was an interesting
For
Mega
Bennett.
design, that's for sure.
Yeah, really cool colors scheme, and
I can only name 4
and
Pokemon on my
Mawile
team for sure.
had a really good Mega Evolution.
Oh, that
too.
was a terrifying. Mega
Terrifying. I love Mawile.
Like, you literally made an untiered Pokemon an OU threat. Like, god damn.
Well, Mawile was Steel Fairy, and then now Tinkatuff. It's like those 2
Steel
designs
Fairy.
are also some of my favorite designs. I don't know. They just have like really good typing too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's part of what made Zacian so powerful.
Yep.
So, Crow, what's your team? Because my team's all over the place.
Oh, okay. So I have my starter, the Meowscarada, Great Tusk, Baxcalibur, Annihilate, Goldango, Armorogue, and then I swap them out regularly with an Iron Bundle, a Fluttermane, a Tinglu, an Iron Valiant, and an Iron Moth, and a Roaring Moon.
Okay.
So like, but I'll normally take Armorogue out and put one of the other ones in. But I also have a Garganical that I got to level 100 and is just sitting in my box, and I don't really use them much in game.
My team right now, because I cycle out as well, I keep Kingambit because I love the Pokemon, I love the design, and I love the look. And
It's so good.
It has. I love Kowtow Cleave, especially when it gets used.
It's such a cool name.
It is, and plus, when I was seeing it sit like the silhouette when it wasn't animated or anything, I was trying to figure out what is it sitting on. It's just hair. It's so.
Wait, what are you
freaking
talking
cool.
about?
King Gambit sits on his own hair.
I haven't even evolved it yet. I don't even know what it
That's
looks like.
supposed to be.
Yeah,
I'm
it
excited.
sits on his own hair.
I'm super excited. I haven't pondered.
I mean,
so.
that's better than the stork that has like a skin flap for the pouch, but still.
Yeah. I then use Skeledirge, Tinkaton, Revavroom, Clodsire, Gargantula. I use Flamenco.
Flamigo.
Flamigo, like Amigo, but with a.
And Violet, because that's the one I've been playing most of because I've been streaming it. I have Ceruledge, that all 3 dogs, and then the electric bird that I can't remember its name off the top of my head.
Kilowattrel.
Yeah, Kilowattrel. Because I think it's freaking cool. And it was
I
bigger
think
than I
it's
thought.
so cool, but I had to put it in the box because it doesn't get very many moves.
I've heard people say that Kilowattrel is what they call, and I quote, Zapdos at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Give it speed, make it as fast as it can get, and then give it Electro Ball. That's about as best as I can do. Because it's a special attacker. Oh, and then also I have Palmot. Which I was shocked how useful Palmot is.
The one Pokemon, and I have it in my box, and I really do want to get it to level 100 with the rest of these guys, is it took me forever. I had already completed the Pokedex, and then I was running around to a raid portal, and I finally got a fucking Fire Tauros to spawn. And the thing is, it looks so fucking cool, but it's kind of ass.
I don't know how to get the Water Tauros or the Fire Tauros to spawn, and I want both.
Which version do you have?
So I have both.
Okay, so water in violet, fire in scarlet, they'll spawn randomly as one member of a herd of Tauros of 5 or more. So it's like you need to find a Tauros spawn, and then you just have to hope that this super low spawn thing hits at the same time as that Tauros spawn does.
I remember seeing the water Tauros in action, and I saw it come out. I was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool." And then I looked at its tails. Its tail's a propeller.
Yeah, the fire one's tails are braided together.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say quickly that
You're drunk and you need to pee?
No. Well, I do have to pee, but I think, that was a very productive conversation about Pokemon and Mario, and I do have to go.
Okay.
But thank you guys for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I would like chatting with like you guys and like smaller streamers and kind of just make more chill. Like, I don't know, whenever I go on like I've never been on FNT, but whenever I go on like Geeks and Gamers, I kind of get like, oh my god, what the hell? It's just like I feel like I can't relax. I don't know. I just like hanging out with like regular people. Yeah.
Well, they're regular people too, but they're still
Even
the big dogs.
That's true. No, yeah, but like those streams are always very like. There's something about the chat. It's like you're on a stage. You're literally on a stage.
I was gonna say going one-on-one with Shad on about Rings of Power left a number on you. Did it?
No, that was amazing. I loved it, and I loved debating Chad. I wish like we could have talked more. I don't know. I thought that was a fun debate.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, it was funny to watch. Don't worry. It was funny to watch a meme.
I mean, people have their opinions on the show. Personally, I think Shad is wrong about a lot of things, and I think he exaggerates a lot of things. And I think the way he takes notes on each episode and pauses it every 3 minutes is kind of cringe and annoying.
He's a writer. He's looking.
I know he's a writer. I'm also a writer. I've written a couple dozen short stories. But yeah, I mean, I just like I like him. He's something like he's a little bit cringe.
So salty.
No, I'm just saying. I'm trying to say that people think I hate him, but I don't, or he hates me, but I don't. I think that was just a funny, like, back and forth random encounter with like Shad and myself. I actually like Shad. I think he's like a quirky person.
He said he likes you. He said you're important. The same reason I did. I don't think he.
That heated debate must have left you with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder from that. You learned a few things.
Yeah, well, that's what you get when you get dogpiled for 6 straight months. Sometimes your inner tiger comes out in a debate.
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah, the inner tiger that I properly made a meme out of.
Yeah.
Proceeds to get.
Abby got a lot of use from me that night.
Well,
from Last of Us 2.
All's fair in love and war among friends. What can you say?
Yeah. Well, basically, if you just agree with Shad, you're gonna agree with him on the debate. If you agree with me, they did a poll. I got like 20% of the vote.
I was kind of surprised you even got that much, to be honest. I thought they were going to dogpile you harder.
No, I'm telling you, people who agree with me on the show, thought I owned him in the debate. Like it's literally, it's weird. It's the show is such a divisive show that I'm telling you, that's how it works. Like, if you're on a certain side, you're gonna, I don't know.
If you're on the wrong side, you're gonna get pushback.
From my perspective, everything that I said, that whole debate, like I thought it was a really good debate on my end, and I thought that he was kind of ridiculous in a lot of the points he was bringing up. That's from my perspective.
Listen,
but I can't think about it from the perspective of an audience member. So I don't know.
Lofty, I'm having fun dunking on you right now just because it's so easy.
We're just
it's so easy because of my stupid face. Look at this face.
Yeah.
Look at this.
He has like the darkest fucking smile.
Yeah, I know. I have to fix it. My eyebrows are too high.
You are
He's got the broken VTuber smile. Oh, my eyebrow rigged in.
No, this is the broken VTuber mouth right here.
There
I have to fix it. But anyway. Well, chat.
You ready to go?
Yeah, chat. Thanks for joining. I'm just reading all the negative comments about myself. Thank you, Spooky Weeb. Thank you, Dalu. Or are you Chinese or something? Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just being rude to people in the chat now.
Here.
Yeah. Thanks for everybody for joining. Thank you, Dermy. Thank you, Sketch. Thank you, Crow.
Anytime.
Yeah,
anytime, buddy.
Anytime.
I'll probably.
Oh, you muted him. Lofty, put the whiskey down. No more whiskey today, sir.
I thought that was my headset, and
I thought this VTuber is broken.
All right, Lofty, get him off the stage. Get him out. Get him out. Get out, everybody.
Hello.
Just end the stream.
I just unplugged my mic. Okay, I just wanted to say. Oh my god! I hate everything about that. I hate everything. You guys are. I hate you. I hate everybody, including chat. I'm gonna go on a Kanye murdering spree. Okay, I'm kidding.
In Minecraft.
In Minecraft.
For YouTube.
Yeah.
Lofty just lost his monetization.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's past 2 hours. He's fine.
It's way past 2 hours. Nick says faggot a million times after 2 hours. I'm good. Nick Ricada. Yeah. No, thanks for joining, and we will chat again. I don't know. This is like a gamer kind of focus stream, so I don't know if I'll hit you guys up for like various topics.
Yeah, Kanye was all about the video games.
Lofty, you said I think you said at one point you wanted to do like a editor's discussion for like the Fandom people.
Yeah, I'll hit you up for that.
Let me know when you want to do that because I have a lot that I could say about that.
Yeah, I'll hit you up, and I'll hit, also I want to do. Here's what I'm doing. I might be talking just for the guys. If you want to sub to the channel, and if you want to stay in tune with like. I'm doing memes and I'm doing other stuff but I'm going to be doing a weekly live stream. I might have here's some of my lineup in the near future. I think I have Mark the Cyborg coming on at some point. I know I have Legion of Memers. You guys, I think I mentioned that to a few of them. I'm going to try to get Crypt Daddy. You guys follow him. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he said he would come on my show. We might be talking about accessibility and like video games or something. I'm gonna try to get Yellow Flash to come on. I'm gonna try to get maybe like Jeremy and like Gary and like some other people to come on. I think this might be a fun channel for you guys to subscribe to. So just thanks for watching and thanks for that was a fun conversation.
Yeah.
You guys made a like I haven't heard that like analysis of Pokemon and Mario in a long time. So I appreciate it.
I'm about
it.
Thanks,
is what I am.
Thanks, Amaranth's husband, for
You're
joining.
welcome.
Thank you, Sketch, and thank you, Crow. And we'll talk to you later, chat. How do I'm literally rambling because I don't know how to end the stream. What do I do? I got it.
Isn't there an end stream button?
I got it. It's up here. Bye, chat. Bye.